Huh?
Touch it.
I have no problem with
Still
this. This is
cooking.
fine. This doesn't threaten me anymore. This is not scary anymore. This is like for
This
kids.
badge was scary though.
That badge was scary. This is for kids,
That's like the old. That's like the old now.
Yeah, that's when people knew your name.
That's like
only-
before
only
even
2
the
stars.
The other one.
This like TikTok generation.
Yeah, this is. I hate
TikTok
this badge.
Juve.
I hate this.
What is up, everybody, and welcome to a very special episode of the Footy Culture Podcast, because today we're talking Serie A 25-26 season, and we're joined by some very special guests. Representing Milan, we got Marco G.
Thank you for having me.
Representing Napoli, we got Stefano Cioffi.
What's good?
What's going on? To my left, representing Juve, our Serie A correspondent, Chris.
Hello.
And on the other side of the table, representing Inter and Parma?
Juve.
You sure?
It's Parma for the vintage style, but it's Juve. Because
sure?
Parma's in Serie A now, but it's Juve.
It's the same colors.
It's Juve.
We got Matteo and Michele. Welcome, boys.
What's
going on?
Guys, we're coming off the backs of a very special 24-25 Serie A season where Napoli won the league by 1 point against these guys.
Already pointing fingers, huh? Already got started.
We had Retegui scoring 25 goals to win the Capocannoniere. How's my pronunciation? Was that okay?
Terrible.
That was
Terrible?
That was
Okay,
bad.
okay.
That was
Got one
Let it
on.
slide.
Yeah.
We had Roma go on a crazy run to make a European spot. We had Milan finish 8th.
Okay, next topic. Right. Keep it
Will that
moving.
happen again this season? We will see. But guys, I want to get started on the guys that are at the head of these football clubs. Managerial shuffles heading into this season. You know, we got so many examples. We got Kivu coming in for Inter legend. We got Allegri coming in for Milan. We have Gasperini coming in at Roma. Guys, who do you think will be the best manager heading into this season? Will these shuffles influence the table in any way? Will Gasperini bring to Roma what he brought to Atalanta? What are you guys' thoughts?
All I want to say is that you said new managers and the names were Gasperini, Allegri, and Kivu. That's how good Serie A is nowadays, huh? Those are the names that we can have. But it is what it is.
Same managers on rotation. Said yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's one of the problems. But I do think that they might bring something new to the clubs, but I still think Conte is the best manager in Serie A right now.
Sure.
And with Napoli and what he's done in 1 year last year, you got to give it to him. He's the best manager right now, and he's probably going to be for the next few years.
So do you guys think when Conte automatically joins a team, title contenders?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, maybe
Okay,
not.
but what is it about Conte's system that makes that happen?
The
Bro,
money
he's
that he
just-
asks for. Every time Conte joins your team, he won't join your team unless you buy him the players he's asking for. That's what you got to understand. If Conte is coming, that means the team is ready to put down a lot of money. When he went to Napoli, they got Lukaku, they got McTominay. Like,
Buongiorno.
Napoli-
A lot of big signings.
and Napoli doesn't buy anyone. Napoli's like Lazio, they don't buy anyone. Somehow Conte comes, they buy all these players. So there is a project. So Conte comes, it means your team is trying to win something. That's what it is. And also, he's a great coach. Don't get me wrong, but
It's even the system. Like, the system is one thing. I think it's, they buy players now, but last year he won with almost like nothing, right? Like Scott McTominay being your league MVP is, you tell someone that 2 years ago, they tell you you're crazy, right?
Even
But
just the way he excels.
he makes you want to run through a wall for him, right? And like you saw that all last year. Also, 1 game a week I think is a massive cheat code in football in general, which they had last year. Hoping Milan will take advantage of that this year. But he is. If you're saying current manager still, like not any of the reshuffled managers, like Conte's the best. I think of the new ones that have shuffled around, I'd probably put Allegri as the best hire, and I put Gasperini right under for Roma.
Yeah. I think if Gasperini could do what he did at Atalanta with Roma, this Roma team might be scary because he actually has funds now.
Yeah, they might be, but I think with Allegri, it's almost guaranteed. Like Milan will.
Is it guaranteed?
Allegri, I think he's guaranteed to know what you're gonna get from him, right?
Shit.
Like
Football.
sure, yeah, not the best football, but
Just
it's gonna be
crunch
the
down
result.
1-0, 1-0, 1-1, 1-0, 2-0, boom, top.
We
four.
went.
That's
Okay.
it. You know what I mean? Like that.
Already.
Okay, but wait a minute here. You said guarantee. What's a guaranteed finish for Milan? Top 4?
I think it's going to be top 4, and what I mean by guarantee is you just know what you're getting from an Allegri team, right? Like there's no Gasperini's coming in. He's been at Atalanta for many, many years now. It's just like, there's some questions to answer there. I feel like Allegri, he's been doing his thing for for 10 plus years in Serie A, right?
I
Six
think he's got a
titles.
point. I think he's got a point.
6 titles, right? Like you can't argue with that. So he'll bring what he brings, and yeah, you're not going to enjoy the best football next season, but I didn't enjoy football last season too. So I'd rather finish top 4 than finish 8th. You know.
Let's talk Kivu though, because Simone Inzaghi, what a manager for Inter. You know, he left the Saudi kind of in disgrace, that 5-0 Champions League final. For a side note though, do you think the players knew before that game?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's huge. They were family, right? It's like at the end of the day, you live in the change room for how many years you was there? Like 4 years? I don't remember, 4 or 5 years. And, then you hear your coach. They all look up to him, and he's like, yeah, I'm going to leave next week. Even if he didn't say it, I think that was a big mistake. Getting the word out that early was a huge mistake. They knew right before. And obviously, that's going to put your team's morale down. You're trying to win a trophy, right? I think it was the same thing with Mourinho when we won the triplete. Mourinho left right after, though. You know, everyone suspected he would leave, but no one knew until the very end, right? So is that the reason we lost? No, obviously PSG was the better team. I think at that stage when you're in a final, everything is a variable, right? So anything that changes can affect the score. But again, if I start saying that's the reason, these guys are going to rinse me. So I'm just going to say that was one problem. But for Kivu, I want to say we're fucked, but I'm not going to say it because that's
you just said it though.
But that's what I thought when Inzaghi joined, and then look at what happened, right? So it just depends on it all depends on how the players engage with the coach, and we'll find that out in the first 3 months. I think it's going to be very quick. I don't think that's something that's going to happen in the long term. If the players like the coach and they can start rebuilding that family, then it's a possibility. But I'm not saying Inter is going to win the Scudetto this year. That's definitely not what I think.
Juve is going to win the Scudetto.
Okay.
Wait, so you're locking in Inter's not winning?
I can't lock in any. I don't have the guarantee like this guy has, but
Guarantee top 4.
Yeah,
Top 4.
I think I don't know. But it's not a problem with the coach. I think Inter has a lot of other problems. Older team, the subs are not at. We have a million games of the season, guys. At the end of the day, like the starting 11 can't play all of those, and that's what happened last year. And I think it's gonna happen. It's gonna be even worse this year.
And to me, that's interesting because I hear a lot of fans, Serie A, obviously Inter fans, saying Inter still have the most talented squad in Serie A. You agree with that?
In Serie A, I would say the starting 11, I think we have the best team in Serie A, and I think we have one of the strongest team in Europe. But again, soccer nowadays is not about Serie A. You got to think that you have Champions League, you have Coppa Italia, you have fucking national, because all of our players are literally in a national team. And so the team that's going to win, in my opinion, is when you look at their bench. If you look at their bench and you see subs that can fit in a starting 11, that's when your team can perform well in Europe, can perform well in Serie A. I don't think we have that. I don't think we had it last season, and I think it's even worse this year because it's younger players. I'm happy we're restructuring. We're giving the chance to these players because I think in the long run it's going to be useful, but it's going to be a very interesting season in my opinion.
Okay. Answer me this in one word. Why did Inter choke the league to Napoli last season?
I think there was,
He said
again,
one word.
One word.
One word.
Start.
Okay.
He said one
Say
word.
it again. Ask me the question.
Answer me this in one word. Why did Inter choke the league to Napoli last season?
That's hard. That's hard to do in one word.
Rotation. Player rotation.
That's pretty fair.
Yeah.
Napoli had one game.
So
yeah,
one game a week.
it's player rotate. Like you gotta understand, we were playing every 3 days. There was a game,
Yeah.
and when people would go on vacation, there would be national team. Like the starting 11 was strong, subs were strong, but not strong enough to bring you over the finish line. We were playing against top teams: PSG, Bayern, Barca. Right? Like these are not easy games. These are hard games. Mentally, physically, those are hard games. And then you go to play Serie A. Serie A is not an easy league. We were playing against teams that had to save themselves, right? They had to stay in Serie A.
And you're fighting for a title.
You're fighting for a title.
Not-
Yeah, I think it was just the rotation. We didn't have the right players to finish the season. Because look at the season until then, right? It was a great we had an amazing season, but we couldn't finish. It's just what it is.
The quadruple
Sometimes
was
you
on,
can't
bro.
finish.
Yeah, look.
Quadruple.
Speak on that.
The quadruple was on.
We love
Yeah.
we love hindsight
Yeah.
here because
Yeah.
beginning of May, last season, I was hearing Inter treble, like almost locked in. What happened?
And they were playing good.
Rotation.
Yeah, I don't know if it was locked in, but yeah, I mean, again,
They did get to the finals of everything. They got to the Champions League final.
Yeah, but that just means you're the best
not
loser.
The Coppa Italia.
I think,
Yeah, not the Coppa
but
Italia.
the thing you got to remember, once you have that many finals, now in the previous seasons, except for Man City, before we did win the Scudetto that year, I think. Yeah, we won the Scudetto, but we lost against Man City. But, you were in too many finals now, and you're fighting for everything. When we won against Man City, we had won the Scudetto already. We didn't have to worry about that. It wasn't until the very end. With this year, we had to we had to keep going all the way until the very end, right? So at the beginning of the season, this is what I'm picturing. I don't know what the fuck they do in the change room, but I think once you have that many games, you need to understand that you can't win them all. So, you'll have a little schedule and you understand I need to win this many games to win the Serie A. Some games, like the game against fucking Parma, then you'll be like, okay, I'm going to put my subs because this one, I need to win it, or another game that you're like, maybe if I tie this one, it's fine in the long run. And I think what happened in May is you had too many important games that you had to win and you couldn't rotate the players the right way. And you had to rotate
It was
them,
an
right?
aging. It's still an aging squad. Again,
else.
you can't emphasize enough what one game a week can do for your team.
100%.
Like it is such a cheat code. Like Conte's Napoli had 1 week to prepare for Hellas Verona down the stretch. You know what I mean? And,
Conte also elevates players, though, I think, because we had one game a week, but there was a point where we had like an injury crisis in February where it was like,
true.
It's pretty crazy that like Conte's done it everywhere, though. You see like Chelsea, he always turns like you could say mediocre players like on Chelsea was like a Victor Moses. He like really turned him around. Like Napoli played, it was almost like 50% of the season with Juan Jesus at center back, and everyone knows Juan Jesus is not some star center back, but he just finds a way to elevate his players. And I think that's another thing too with Inzaghi. When he has those starting players, it's great, but he couldn't really elevate those players off his bench and stuff like that, where he couldn't really make them useful. We saw like they signed someone like Taremi, but he just never performed for Inter. So Inzaghi's system is very specific, and when he has the players specifically for that system, which he has in his starting 11, they perform well. And as you mentioned with the rotation, like they had certain players, but they didn't fit that Inter system. Like they just didn't perform or whatever it was.
Yeah, in the 5 years they didn't go for player development. Like we had, honestly, I love Buchanan. Like I'm a huge Buchanan fan. Do I think he's great? No, I don't think he can play Serie A. Yeah, but you can grow that player to be top class, in my opinion. I think he has what it takes, but I think they just focused on winning. I think those five, which is fine. We won 2 Scudetti though. We only won 2, right, out of 5
Should
years.
have more.
We should have had a lot more. We got really close, and that's there was still a lot of money that came in from being in all those finals. But it sucks that we lost it right at the end. Also, Pedro decides to be fucking messy against us and get us the tie in the second last game.
Pedro might go. We're going to build a statue
Thank
of him.
God we don't have a Lazio fan here. Shout out Steve.
even as a Milan fan, honestly, I can admit that even during Milan Scudetto, like 2022, like Inter gave it to us. That Bologna game they lost down the stretch too is like they've been the best team in Serie A until last year, of course, for many years. But they didn't win for one reason or another. There's some luck in there too, but it's still a good squad. I mean, even going into this year, like I think the fact that they've been together for so long will still take them over the line in so many games. But I think when Kivu has to start actually managing, right, like when he has to start making decisions and the game is tight or whatever, you're going to see maybe a difference there, right? Because Inzaghi knew that squad inside out for many, many years.
Yeah, and I mean,
think that's where you're going to see the difference. Could work out, but the team is still good. I don't buy like they're going to be in the hunt for sure. Like I think they're going to be. They're going to be. I see them as the biggest challengers, in my opinion.
We will see. But
Not sure if he'll make it to Christmas though, but we'll see.
It
I'm
could,
not sure about that
it
because I
could
think
be
Inter's
right away
expect-
crash.
That's why.
Yeah. I think if we can manage to start well, I don't think it's gonna crash.
Yeah.
like
The team's too good to crash.
It just depends on how it starts.
I think the expectations too, like we were talking about, Inter's found so much success these past 3 years. So it's are they going to give them that time at the start of the season? Because the club is so accustomed to winning and being in the race now. So, and especially a manager like Kivu, he has very low experience. Like he coached that Parma team from I think it was January, and it wasn't like they did that incredible. Like they were almost got
It was
relegated.
also Parma though, right?
Yeah,
But
so-
also, who's who's Inter's defense this year? Like the center backs.
Still good.
Bastoni.
Bastoni, Bisek, Pavard's still there. Like it's
I heard they
Bastoni,
might get rid of
Michael.
Pavard.
I know. I heard.
Oh, yeah?
Bastoni's obviously a top. He's one of the best
Yeah,
Yeah,
outsiders in Serie
Bastoni.
A.
But again, who's our
Acerbi's still
defense?
there?
Acerbi
Acerbi,
went
De
to-
Vrij, guys.
Yeah. Leave
They're
Acerbi.
50 years old now. Where's he
Not
going?
like
still there.
75.
Well, even
He's gonna go to the
Dumfries.
MLS.
Even
maybe.
BSEC cost you guys some games towards the end of the year. So
He's young,
that's
right?
why,
But he's
yeah.
really good. I
Yeah.
like him a lot. I wouldn't say he costed us games. I
Sure,
just think
yeah, but
him, it's.
He had time to grow now. I think this is the year he's kind of got to stand out.
yeah.
And then Thuram didn't play too well at the end of the season either.
I think the question too is like, what's that squad's mentality right now? Because like a lot of those players have lost 2 Champions League finals.
Yep.
They went from
They were fighting.
What do you mean?
Çalhanoğlu and him had like
That's what I mean. Is like, but I'm
Thuram.
saying heading into this season, like, are they motivated after on for a quadruple and winning nothing, or are they kind of like Inzaghi? Are they kind of checked out?
I think
Do
that's
you
what
want an
Kibu's
answer to
gonna
that?
have to do though.
Sorry, you
I'm
want
just
an answer to
I'm
that?
asking as like, what do
What
I?
happened when you guys lost 2 Champions League finals? It's been a while, huh?
it's different though.
Well, I think that's the answer. Like, once you lose that many finals, and Inter wasn't supposed to be even in the final against Man City, they weren't supposed to be in the final this year. So it's like they knew that was their chance.
Yeah.
What are the chances they get one more? With the teams nowadays, it's very tough.
Yeah.
Very, very tough.
Last year you ran into like Man City not having an off year, and you know, I mean PSG just
That's why
took
the
off,
manager is
like-
going to be very important. You got to see if Kibu is actually going to be able to get in their heads and to say, guys, like whatever happened in the past happened. Let's move on. But again,
That's what I mean.
does he have that
That's the question,
experience?
right?
Is he
That's
gonna
the
be able
question.
to do that.
This is also actually hold on one more thing. Sorry, Jay. This is very similar to Juve because they made 2 finals, lost both finals. This was a Beppe Marotta built Juve. Beppe Marotta
he's on
built
Inter now.
Inter. He loves bringing in these old players that are
transfers.
experienced, free transfers. But then all these players get to that age where they're kind of too old now. They're too old, and the team's too old, and you can't really fix it. And I think Inzaghi noticed that, and he just went to go get the bag because he knows that this team's not going to go anywhere now. And I think they're in that phase where Juve went from Allegri to Sarri. And I feel like this is going to be like a little bit of a downhill spiral now with Inter.
I think you guys also had the whole Ronaldo situation, to be honest.
There was that too.
I
and
think
COVID.
that was the biggest reason
And
you
COVID,
guys
yeah, and
went
COVID,
downhill. It was too much money
Yeah.
to afford. You focus on one player rather than building your team,
true.
and we haven't done that at least. But yeah, I think it's I think the stars align once in a while. Inter beating Barcelona. Let's be real. Barcelona had that game, right? I think at the end of it, Barcelona.
man.
I think Barcelona was killing Inter in the second game. We got lucky with the third goal. I was watching, like, they were all over us. We just had the counterattack, right? So, again, I think the stars align once in a while. For that to happen the third time, it's going to be very hard. So, it can happen. It's just how much do the players believe in it, right?
I mean, look, like you mentioned, aging squad. I want to talk about an aging club, Juventus, who have not been good in years.
Here we go.
Let's talk about them a little bit. Look, they finished 4th last season, Champions League spot, but made a big signing this summer.
Who's that?
What do you mean?
Joe David. Okay, I got it.
Is Jonathan David the best striker in Serie A now?
Best striker.
Wow.
No.
I mean,
can't see
That's
anything. We haven't seen him,
a
right?
tough one. That's a very
No.
tough question.
Is he even the best
we
striker at
can't
Juve?
say if he's the best striker because we haven't seen.
We haven't
He's-
seen him against the
He's a
French.
top striker. A lot of people, I heard a lot of people being like, "Oh, he's coming from the French league." Blah blah blah. He's a good attacker.
You know what?
He's a good player, and I like him a lot. But I don't think we can say he's the best striker in Serie A right now.
I think I'm gonna say it.
say what?
He's the best striker in Serie A. Who's better?
Lautaro Martinez.
No,
Lautaro Martinez.
not this year.
Lautaro's
Not this year.
As a
Lautaro
Juve fan, I have to
Martinez
say Lautaro's
is
better
the
than
best
Lo-
striker in Serie A right now.
He is last year and the years before, but this is a new year.
Also,
But you haven't watched any games.
I have watched that. I've most Inter games.
I mean, let's narrow it down. Look,
And Leo.
Retegui left to chase the bag.
I don't think he was the
He-
best striker.
He
in the
wasn't.
Serie
Yeah,
A.
I don't think
He got
was-
25 goals.
I think he got the
Good
you know
system.
under Gasperini. He had the team around him. Fuck that guy.
Are you
man.
are
What
you,
do
are you telling
He
me
stayed in Serie A.
Lautaro is not better than Jonathan David?
like as a like in the past, yeah.
What?
Right now,
yeah, in the past.
right now, no.
Dude,
This year, going into the Serie A season, no.
I wish I could give you a Milan answer for this question, but Lautaro's been doing
You think
it
he's
for
that much
years.
better than
Yeah.
Lukaku?
Years, yeah.
Lautaro's
Lukaku
peak
last
right
year was
now.
Lukaku's goes
Complete
third.
for Napoli.
Lukaku's third.
Yeah, Lukaku's not up there. In my
No.
opinion.
But even
Well,
Jonathan
This
David,
is actually a tough question.
he's not really like a pure striker either, right? Like
Okay, but let's look at the resume though.
yeah, okay, go for it.
Second most goals in the Lille history.
Okay.
Jonathan David.
Yeah.
Won the league in the PSG era for Lille.
as a top goal scorer.
Benching Vlahovic now, no?
Oh yeah, 100%. That guy's not. That doesn't.
What's going on with
Is
Vlahovic?
that actually what
Vlahovic should have left like 7 years ago.
Who knows what's going on with that guy?
Hey, listen, I like him. I think he's a good. I really think Vlahovic is kind of like a Moise Kean of the situation, where he came from Fiorentina where he was doing really well, came to Juve. I think at the beginning he was doing okay, and then just shit happened along the way. But I do really think that if Vlahovic goes to another team with the right manager, he could be a really good attacker. I just think he has everyone against him right now, and everything is against him. And again, I think Moise Kean gave him time, went to Fiorentina last year, found a good manager, found a good team, killed it. I think he's not a shit player. I think he's a good player. He just needs a good team, good manager, and good support. And he doesn't have that at Juve.
He's gonna end up.
So basically, he needs everything on a play handed to him.
Yeah.
He's gonna
Yeah,
end up. He's gonna end up at
I
Milan.
just
He
think
needs a manager, a great squad.
no. I just think
everything.
I just think mentally, when you have like the fans hate him. I'm not saying the manager. It's all in the manager, but I can't see the team liking him when he's missing sitters. He just needs to get. And also at Juve, you have so much pressure. You're the biggest club in the world. You need to win. Fino alla fine. It's just what it is. So when you're missing sitters, when you're not performing, and it's just not happening for you, you're not playing for like Milan or Parma or these teams where you can afford to like miss chances, right? So it's a big ask, and if you don't have that attitude for it that's been built up over time, it's gonna cost you. So I think he needs to just kind of go down a bit, restart from a lower level team, and then move from there.
Okay, wait. Let's unpack that
This
though.
is crazy.
Did you say Juve is the biggest club in the world?
Hang on.
No, I said in Serie A.
You said the world.
Okay, well, the world, Serie A.
His world is Serie A.
I mean, realistically speaking, I wouldn't say it's the biggest, but it's definitely top 5 biggest clubs in the world.
Yeah, TikTok.
I think. Hang on. I think what's gonna happen with him to
Based
your original,
on history, 100%.
your original question, he will end up, I think, at Milan. I think it's the most likely destination because the club needs a striker.
Yeah, the
He
club
wants
needs a
out.
shit striker.
He's not a shit striker, though. I'm
think-
telling you.
Am I pumped about having him if he does come? No, I'm not. I wouldn't be excited by it, but I do get the move. If like, I think what's gonna happen. I was talking to you before.
But let me
on the
ask
show,
you something.
too.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, go
if
for it.
somebody said to you last year, would you take, like before Serie A, would you take Moise Kean at Milan? Would you say without knowing what he was going to
Before
do?
last year,
Before last year, would you have said yes?
Considering-
would have said the same
No,
thing
but
you're
considering
saying
what
now.
our options were ended up being, I would have said yeah. Still,
But you
'cause-
would have said the same thing. You would have said, "Yeah, I'll take him," but
Sure, yeah, no, I will.
Not
right?
excited.
not
What
excited, right?
I think with Vlahovic, what you have to remember is like, yeah, it's not been a good few years, but there is proof of like good seasons in there. Like we know he's done well at Fiorentina. He did start
I
well at
think
Juve.
last-
Like it's not like
He got like 22 goals.
it's not like if Milan were to sign Rasmus Højlund, who's never been good. Like he's never been prolific at any club he's played for, right? So I think in that case, if the money's right, because we can't forget he makes the most money in Serie A. He makes $12 million a season.
That's the problem.
the problem.
That's
Who's
That's
gonna pay
crazy.
that?
Yeah.
Even at $6 million, he makes more than Rafa Leao.
Yeah.
Right. So I think what's going to happen is the Juve will get desperate near the end of the transfer window. They're going to say, "Listen, we can't have this guy on the bench just being like a cancer in this locker room. So Milan, take him on loan for the year. We'll pay 6, you pay 6, and just get him out of here. Or you cancel the contract and you pay him $12 million anyway. So you know, I think he'll just. Some of these guys that say, "I'll just sit here and I'll make my $12 million or whatever." They say that, but then when the season starts and you start playing football and you're just sitting on the bench, these guys are still professional players. You still want to be playing football,
Of
course.
right?
Yeah, and I think the fact that he was a Fiorentina guys from Fiorentina to Juve, there's the whole fucking ocean, right? Like you
That's a
can't
big
go.
jump you're
That's a
saying.
huge jump, right?
Yeah,
And
not-
he went
not
from
not right
Fiorentina.
now anymore, but yeah.
Not anymore, but when he came from Fiorentina, they were like, "Oh my god!" Like they did this with Chiesa too, right? They get
Bernardeschi
these
was the
players.
same thing.
They get
Yeah,
these
Bernardeschi
players,
was the
but
same thing.
Bernardeschi at the time he was at Fiorentina, he wasn't a Chiesa or a Vlahovic. I remember Chiesa and Vlahovic being the next up and coming top strikers, right? And when they go to Juve, now that he has all this pressure, it's like I have to scoring goals for Fiorentina is not the same as scoring goals for Juve. It's not. You have a lot more pressure. You have Champions League. You have all these things, and you don't have the experience. If you lack the experience, a striker needs to be cold. If you don't have the experience, it's all mental. And I think that's what was missing from him. It's gradually getting that mental experience and calm. And I
You know
don't think
who's
he ever
cold?
had the time to do that.
You know who's cold? Jonathan David, the Iceman.
The Iceman, baby.
Is it fair to say that like Juve's been sort of in this awkward transition since like that, the era of the 2 Champions League finals. I think Ronaldo joining, I think, really like shook the team up
Done.
in the sense of like it really affected how they made transfers and built their team. And like Vlahovic and Chiesa came in at like this weird time where just like the team wasn't built well because they had to account for these massive contracts and these players like Ronaldo and Dybala and Chiesa all in one team. So like it became a bit unbalanced. Is that fair to say?
They're like, yeah, Chiesa, we're gonna pay you $70 million, but for like 17 installments.
Yeah. But like, because you look back at those Juve teams in the Champions League finals, like how balanced was that team?
Oh, those teams
right?
were
Like
good.
At the end of
back
the day,
line and the midfield was disgusting.
when
and up
Juve changed their logo to this shit,
top- yeah,
this is when things started going
it's
just bad. So let's make a petition to change the logo back, and maybe some things will change.
yeah. Is that fair though?
Yeah.
Right? Like it's just not been a well-built team for a little
Not
while.
to mention
now.
the
It's been enough to
coaches.
kind of hang around top 4, but it's not the Juventus team that we expect them to be.
No,
it hasn't
the-
been for many years.
Okay, look, you're talking about this Juventus team.
Yeah.
Is Juventus the biggest club in Italy?
Okay.
Like right now,
What do you
or
mean by
ever?
biggest club?
The
In,
biggest club
Ever?
ever.
you need to.
100%.
What do you mean by biggest? That's what I need to
everything.
understand.
Everything.
Like history,
Fans, history, trophies,
Trophies by far.
brand, everything. Like the
Thank you.
biggest
I-
club.
it's
Yeah.
the biggest club in the
I
world.
would say not in.
I prefer
Sorry,
that to
sorry.
answer.
It's the biggest
Yeah.
club.
It's his
Serie A.
world.
That's
Yeah.
It's my world. It's
Biggest
Serie A.
In his world,
yeah.
yeah.
When I say my world,
yeah, definitely not. I can't say Inter. That's for sure. Juve or Milan for
I
sure.
was waiting for you to say Inter. He was like,
Nah.
come on.
No, I
I
can't.
think,
That would be
I think you have to
stupid.
define.
Yeah, what do you
I
think?
think you have to define biggest club. I think if you're talking like global brand, past players in terms of their profile, like their names, it's got to be Milan. Just the route that they took
Champions
the
League.
teams,
Milan
back
or
in the day,
Juve.
the Champions League teams. Like I think if you want to ask people from around the world, they would say Milan. But I think Serie A fans know that the most successful club is obviously Juve. So if you want to classify by what's been won and dominating the league for decades, it's Juve.
But the biggest one right now is Inter. 100%.
Yeah.
The biggest club right now is Inter in Serie A.
I don't know about that
Bigger than Napoli?
right now.
Is that a question?
They,
don't
you guys,
like-
Talking big
Guys,
about what?
come on.
What are we?
you guys both
big-
have two.
Well, right
Scudetto.
now, if
And,
you
like, what?
ask people that have started watching soccer in the past 4 or 5 years, like kids, Inter is the one that comes across as the best, the biggest club because we've been in the European leagues, we've been everywhere, right? We're ranked number 3 by FIFA right now, and I'll fucking take that any day.
Who's one and two?
Yeah, I have something
PSG and
interesting.
who's two?
No,
Yeah.
PSG is 6.
What?
What's
PSG
your
is
The rankings are irrelevant
This
then.
is ranking. I think this is ranking of Europe in the past 4 or 5 years.
Oh. Sure.
No, I have an
Liverpool,
interesting
maybe?
POV about Inter because let me ask you this: who's the best player in Inter history?
In Inter's history,
Zanetti?
a lot of people would say R9.
Okay, he's not Italian. Who's the second best?
Oh, they're not Italian. It would be Argentine.
It's like he's
It would
not
probably
Italian.
be.
Who's the second best?
Giuseppe Meazza?
I didn't watch him, so I can't say.
I
right?
did, but continue.
No, I'm saying Giuseppe Meazza. Yeah, he has Giuseppe Meazza. I'm like, I would say that, but I've never watched him, so I can't say it. I would say R9 probably. I think legend would be. I don't know if he was the best player, but with Zanetti.
Again, not Italian.
He's Argentinian
Yeah.
though. He's half Italian, basically.
Yeah, came from Italy.
Close enough.
We had some legends like Eto'o, Milito. That 2010 squad was huge.
Mateus, Ballon d'Or winner.
Yeah.
Again, and all I'm hearing is non-Italian. So
Oh, for sure
Can
not.
Inter be the biggest club in Italy and they don't have Italian legends?
That's a fact.
Wow.
Well, we have Bobo Vieri. Bobo Vieri
But
was
that guy was
a
like that guy
legend.
was like a whore. He went everywhere.
Yeah,
Guy played everywhere.
that's also very
Guy
accurate.
played on every single team. He's a legend. Don't get me
I
wrong.
mean,
but
biggest part of our team right now, a huge part is Barella and Bastoni.
Yeah,
They're
this
Italian.
is the most Italian I've seen Inter.
That's true.
Like growing up, at least like myself.
Yeah, and again, we don't have that. We only have Di Marco, Bastoni, and Barella. That's
Because
it.
for me, growing up, Inter was super South American, like Cordoba, Guarin, Zanetti.
Lito.
Argentinian.
Like,
Inter's
super
always
South
been
American.
Argentinian. Yeah.
But you mentioned Milan, 7 Champions Leagues. Juve, 2.
Say that loud.
Yeah, that's-
Come
on, bro.
A little louder
It's
for the
still
mic.
two. Yeah. Yeah.
Also, Juve have the most Champions League final losses ever.
Yep.
7
Seven.
Champions League final losses.
And 2 of them were to Milan, I
And
think.
for your explanation, what my takeaway from that was, like, only people in Italy know Juve. Like, everywhere else in the world, no one knows Juve. Based off your explanation.
Yeah, no, I I just think it's the. I mean, what brings you to these clubs, right? I think, at least for us, like I didn't grow up in Italy, right? So like what I got brought into was through players, right? And I think if you want to go player for player with any Italian club over the years, like Milan tend to sign the superstar names, right? They want the Ronaldinhos, they want the.
They used to,
right? But what I'm saying
just got Modric.
when I was growing, you know what I mean? Like, but they
guys,
still
Juve signed Cristiano Ronaldo. Let's not forget.
for sure. Like I would think that's an outlier where it's like they took. Let's get the best player in the world because...
And then they lost everything.
And it really affected them. COVID
they
didn't help too.
lost.
But I would say their whole history, like Milan have been the ones to go the Real Madrid route and like let's build like a Galactico type team of just like we want big names just because like that's entertaining. It brings the fans in. It brought me in, right? Like Kaká, Pirlo is why I'm here, and it's just
they were gross back.
It would be sick to do like by continent. What's the best team, Serie A team that you would know? Because I think if you go to South America, most people would probably say Inter based on your comment because a lot of the South American players went there, right?
Brazil.
Cambiaso, Adriano, Walter Samuel,
Milito, you forgot to mention.
Yeah.
Adriano, the big one.
Adriano.
I think I think that whole dominance of Juve from like 2010 to like what was it, like 2018. I think that influences people's answers a bit when they ask, because I feel like if you asked before that, I feel like everyone would say AC Milan just based off the Champions League and all that. So I think that era of time helped Juve, obviously, especially when you think of it like first thing, like when people think of 2010s, they think of that Juve team with Pirlo, Vidal, like they think of that. So
I feel like Juve was the best in like around 2006 when the World Cup because we had the most players on that team.
Yeah, but they also got relegated.
That's what I was about to say. But then they got relegated, which I think AC Milan started getting into the people's mouths and Inter. But then when they came back up, look, they got 7th place. They signed Conte and they won all these Scudetto.
Yeah, but doesn't that make Juve a disgrace to Calcio?
You're a disgrace.
Juve has always been a disgrace.
what's this line of questioning?
But
100%.
But at the end,
I think that's a big one, actually.
But at the end of the
shit
day,
affected
everybody
them.
talks about that. But what does that has to do with just a group of people making poor decisions at the end of the day.
Well,
That's the club.
So
I heard a conspiracy that Inter choreographed that.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Sure, I'll take that any day. But what
we
I'm
didn't
saying,
get caught.
we're taking a
What
turn
Matteo
here.
specifically, actually.
Taking a turn.
We didn't get caught.
Yeah.
I just think it was a group of people that made the wrong decisions, and I feel like that you can't just say, Juve as a whole is just, they got relegated and they did all this like cheating and whatever.
Milan
I
too.
hate that stereotype, but
Was that?
I understand why that happens.
You guys got like a 30-point deduction or something like that.
Okay.
When?
I mean, is this a
Same year?
preview or
Same year?
court case? Yeah. What's going on
Okay,
here?
let's move on to some success.
Sure.
Napoli coming into this season. Couple acquisitions here and there, but I have 2 questions, so let me ask them here. First off, is Serie A retirement league? And second, maybe on the flip side of this question, does Serie A have pull again? Because let me unpack this. Modric and KDB to Serie A. Talk about it.
It's huge.
Retirement league or pull?
I think, yeah, you can call it pull. I feel like at the end of
I think it's
these
pull.
players, you can call it pull in the sense of it's kind of twofold, right? I don't mean to be political here, but like these are still in the grand scheme of football, like massive clubs, like Milan, Inter, Juve. Like these are some of the biggest brands in the history of the sport, right? And I feel like it's, of course, they're not where they used to be, and the league's not where it used to be. We're not winning Champions Leagues, but like you're still playing in San Siro week in, week out. Like Luka Modric wants that experience over like going. He could have went to Saudi or MLS and whatever, but like he's a pure footballer, man. He wants to stay and play football, and I don't know that Serie A is a retirement league, but it's certainly a slower league. It's more tactical league, and I think you see like the smart players, the ones with the high football IQ, like in their later years can just prolong their careers. Now, that sounds like a retirement league. I understand what I'm saying, but it's hard because, those 2 names, De Bruyne and Modric, you could throw Dzeko in there. They get the headlines, but like it's 3 players, guys. Like, all these clubs we're talking about now have also signed plenty of young talent too, but the ones that get the attention in social media are always the big names that are older now.
Yeah, because I saw Milan nearly shut down the Duomo for Modric.
Yeah, I mean, it's
That presentation.
we're starving for superstars here. It's just like kind of what the team is
Yeah.
built on the last 20
Ballon
years.
d'Or.
Right?
Okay. So
but
Guys, Modric is a good player.
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
Even
He's like
KDB is not that old. KDB
Bro,
is like
let's
33.
not.
doesn't matter.
KDB is
let's
like
not.
33.
he's
Either way, they're both
He's not-
two of the best
Yeah,
midfielders
so
in the world
KDB
right now.
Last year was hurt.
they are.
Before
KDB
that, he
still
was
is,
like
100%.
Yeah.
KDB.
KDB was just hurt last.
You just can't
KDB
be
was
fit.
hurt last.
Listen,
KDB is
hasn't
top
been-
10
Yeah.
midfielder in the world.
Yeah.
KDB hasn't been around for a couple of years, guys. At least
That's why.
last year and the year before. I know there was a lot of injuries, but it's not players that were playing at the highest level last season. Let's be real. Modric was coming on at the 70th, 60th. He was starting.
He was the
like,
captain.
He played
Yeah,
quite
when
a
he
few
went
minutes.
on, he was the captain.
KDB was still a starter. He just had the injury, and then other than that, if you look at his stats, he played like 30 games and still had like 20 GA. Like someone
When?
De Bruyne last year in all comps. Yeah.
And it was
Just-
bad.
And that City
Just
does.
his-
and it was a
his
bad
injury.
year.
Can't
Yeah.
argue with numbers now, huh?
And Modric also had the most games played of any player in the world.
Who?
Modric.
57.
When?
57
And let's not forget
Played
Modric.
the most minutes?
Most
No,
games.
most 57
Oh, yeah.
appearances last
But
year.
guys, let's
Oh,
not
that's-
forget Modric is also Croatia, the entire team. He's literally the the Croatian national team. To this day, he plays full 90-minute game. He kicked out Italy out of the
You guys are
Euros, pretty
glazing
much. Almost.
to
I think when you see it, like,
Scapati Gaza.
listen, I was like, sure, skeptical as well, but you see him come on and like he still moves great. Like, and the touch is still there, the
It's
football
the
IQ is
IQ
still there.
The clash is
Bro,
permanent. Doesn't
I
matter.
think, of course, he's not gonna. You can't rely. I mean, one game a week this year maybe, but you can't have him be your out and out reliable midfielder for the whole season at
Exactly.
Milan, right?
That's what I
But
mean.
you know, he'll come off in the 60th minute for the games he starts. He'll come on in the 70th minute for the games we need like a little bit of push or to close a game down. He can still give a lot.
I have a.
man.
It
He's
might
still
be stupid,
phenomenal.
but how old was Pirlo when he went to Juve?
I was about to say that.
34.
He wasn't that old, honestly.
Yeah.
He was
I
like
think
That's
34.
that's around
33,
KDB.
So again, I'm not obviously. You could put Modric and Pirlo in similar conversations overall with careers. Pirlo's obviously way ahead. I think he's one of the best midfielders in the world. And
Is
nobody.
he way ahead?
I don't know. If
I wouldn't say way ahead,
Yeah.
but he's definitely like just overall. Andrea Pirlo is Andrea Pirlo.
In the
Nobody-
Serie A especially,
I think-
yeah.
Well, overall, Andrea Pirlo is Andrea Pirlo. But what I'm saying is, if you think about it, again, similar to what you just said, Pirlo went to Juve when he was 34.
32.
Okay, 32. But
And KDB
Similar
is
to
when
33,
sometimes you ask people best Juve player of all time, they'll literally tell you Pirlo.
Yeah, but
Some people will say Pirlo because he actually
No
had
one
an.
says Pirlo.
Some people have said Pirlo, and because he's had, or if you do a Mount Rushmore of Juve, people will say Pirlo because
of course.
he's done. He didn't just go to Juve and just sit on the bench. He scored bangers. He played. He won.
No, he turned us
yeah.
around.
So why can't Modric or De Bruyne?
Pirlo was already in Serie A.
I like
Pirlo
his
was
call, by
proving
the way.
himself in Serie A.
De Bruyne
Pirlo
is
was
2
the
years
best
removed from
in
a champion. Like someone like De Bruyne, though, he's still like you could say one of the best midfielders of the 2010s easily. De Bruyne.
100%.
Yeah, but are you saying that just because he's joining Napoli?
Nah, but either way, regardless of that, like someone like, especially with midfielders, those guys, their mind, just the way they see the game is different than literally anybody else. Like the way a Modric and De Bruyne sees the game is like in their own tier of their own. So you remove like even they don't have maybe the same stamina or same pace. It doesn't matter. They're so smart on and off the ball. The passes they make, the vision is just there permanently. It's like a Pirlo.
I think when someone says like who's the best player in Serie A right now, like you're not going to say who's the best performing this season, but like who are the best players in that league? De Bruyne and Modric are the
Yeah.
best players. Like
the best maybe name like you're talking about
Biggest
overall
name.
The biggest name.
because we
saying-
haven't seen them in Serie A.
yeah, but
yet.
name comes from their resume and what they've done. I
Okay,
think,
who has the biggest resume in Serie A? Then that's the question.
Lautaro. Huh?
Oh, in Serie A, or you're saying
In
that's
Serie A?
like,
No,
who's
who's
coming?
the player with the biggest resume currently playing in Serie A?
Modric has won everything.
100%. I
Modric
agree.
and De Bruyne.
Agreed. 100%.
Modric.
But who's the best player in Serie A? It's Ildiz.
Okay.
Wait, who?
Ildiz.
I said
Maybe the best Turkish player in Serie A.
Best player in Serie A is currently Ildiz.
No, he's the best young youth like
No, he's the
academy.
best player in
just
Serie A.
out of the house player.
He's the best player in Serie A.
He's the best
About that.
U17 player.
Who do you guys think is the best player in Serie A?
Lautaro Martinez.
No, not at all.
Easy.
It's
No,
Ildiz.
hands down.
He's a
If you
complete
say
player.
anything else, you're
He's a
actually an
complete player. He can dribble, he can score, he can cross, he can defend, he can do everything. He's young. He's got a long way to go. He plays with heart. He's got everything. Like I wish he was Italian, but he's not. He's Turkish.
Let's
He's
convert
a
it.
good player. Would
Let's
you
convert it.
say he's the best?
So
No.
Yildiz.
Lautaro Martinez. Right now, just Lautaro Martinez is the best player in the Serie A. World Cup 2, guys. I don't think anyone else in Serie A right now. is.
Yeah, but Alvarez was starting those games.
Come on.
Sorry?
Alvarez was starting those games.
Okay.
Yeah, but he scored some penalties there too.
Not hard.
Are we talking about currently though? Like
I'm talking
Currently, this year.
because
Except for Napoli. You
had
can't say any Napoli players.
McTominay MVP.
Yeah.
And McTominay.
McTominay MVP.
I mean,
tell him
I
like
can't,
in the
I
league.
can't say no to that, but
McTominay's
Quite
had a
literally
great
he was.
season,
I
but
think he had a
I
good
just don't know
season.
if he's gonna have the same season this year.
You guys are calling him a one-season wonder? McTominay?
No, I'm not saying that.
I am not saying that. I don't want to say he's a one-season wonder, but he did great. But at the same time, look at players like Coop Miners, for example. The guy at Atalanta was killing it, came to Juve.
He became
Yeah, but
minors.
Still on Napoli. The thing is he has Conte.
Nice.
That's the thing.
He does, and that's
Conte
why,
is what elevates him.
I have him on my Fanta team. I'll take him again this year. He's a great player.
And he loves Napoli.
He has De Bruyne now too, so let's see what happens in that midfield.
Who's the best player in Serie A?
Yeah.
The best player.
Uh,
Don't scratch your eyes. Say
It's awesome.
Back it up. Back me up here.
Yildiz in the future. I can't say him this year. I think it's gotta be
Right now. Yeah, right now.
KDB.
Yeah.
He's the best player, most talented player.
Bro, he hasn't played in Serie A yet.
He's gonna.
But I think
He's 12 pounds.
Okay,
two
but
different questions.
that's why the
Yeah.
question is, who's the best player that we've seen play in Serie A and everything? That's the question.
If we're canceling out KDB,
Yeah, cancel out KDB, cancel out
Modric.
Modric. Like we're
I
talking
would have put
about,
Modric there, but
we're talking about people that have played that we've been watching. It's either
As he thinks, can I say something?
yeah.
If Modric was to join Inter, I would not be excited. Like, I genuinely wouldn't. I'm going to be
but
fully
that's
honest.
because you're midfield.
Also,
That's
yeah,
'cause
your
you have a
midfield
great
has, you
midfield.
don't
I guess
need
that's
you don't
why.
Can I tell you-
That's why.
Like, let's go back to KDB and Modric. Like, they were signed for completely different reasons. KDB is signed to win stuff.
Yeah.
Modric is signed to
not win.
no. You're not, listen. He's signed to
He's cooking. He's
help grow their midfield,
Yeah.
which is reaching. I don't know how to say the other guy's name.
Yeah, Reach.
The Shadi.
Fofana.
Oh, so he's there to be like a tutor?
He's gonna.
Exactly.
He's there to
That's literally what it
It's
is.
not
yeah.
a bad. It's not
He
a
is
bad.
100%. That's what they brought him
So
in.
loser mentality though.
Bro, they're not gonna
They
win
just
the
came in
Serie A with
eighth
this.
though, so it's
We'll
a little
talk
bit
about
different.
You guys are satisfied
They
without
just
winning the league?
They just sold their best player, Reinders.
Okay.
Oh, my
That
God.
that guy that guy is he's a player.
Hang on, I want to finish
So
this though.
good.
Who's the best player in Serie A?
Well, he still hasn't said it. Have you thought about it?
Yeah, I think it's.
Come on, just say it.
Yeah, it's
Come
I'm gonna
on,
go
go
Yildiz.
for it.
Go Yildiz.
What?
Oh, it is.
It's Yildiz. It's
He
Yildiz.
can't say it,
What? You
but
just said you canceled the
I have
vote.
to.
Your mind.
No, because
we're
don't
canceling.
Sides,
Why do you
dude.
influence other
Yeah,
people?
you actually
We're
got
canceling
influenced so
out
hard
new
here.
signings. He said.
we can do two questions. We can do.
You
another
said Lautaro
question.
at the beginning of this episode. Now it's Yildiz.
Wait, so last
listen
last
to this
season
guy.
you thought Yildiz is better than McTominay?
Yeah, come on.
No, but
There's no-
we're going
But
But
right
we're
now.
talking overall, guys. We're saying overall. McTominay played 1 year in Serie A.
I think you can answer two ways, right? It's whose resume in Serie A is the best.
That's
And, like, you know what I mean?
different
Like what that has to be Lautaro for
Yeah,
his
so
years.
give it a
You can you can argue Rafa as a former league MVP, winning the Scudetto as well. He's been putting up numbers for many years now at Milan.
Last year ruined it for him, but yeah, I agree.
But even last year, like, I think it was 25 goal contributions.
He's too inconsistent.
That's not
He's
bad, right?
inconsistent.
Yeah, but
I
like
think
he-
that's a harsh argument because we hold him very high because he's a fantastic player. But even on that crap Milan team last year, it was 25 goal contributions, Pulisic 29. Like he had a good year for how bad that team was.
I think
I would say-
Leao with Conte would be a beast.
With Conte, I think he's gonna have a good year too under Allegri, but he's already injured, so we'll see what happens there. I think resume in Serie A, it's got to be Lautaro, but I think if you look just like fresh year, who's the best player in Serie A in their current form, it's got to be De Bruyne. Has
Yeah.
to be. Like I know he's 34 now, but like he's not finished. He's just not. People will see that very, very quickly when the year starts.
he's gonna have two more years with him in him, like top years.
He's playing with a stacked midfield as well. Like right now, they're trying to fit him in with that Lobotka and Gisa and McTominay. Which is
Lobotka
pretty.
is so underrated.
That's
man.
why.
The guy's
So
nuts.
that's that. It helps
getting
them
benched?
out that as well.
Who's getting
No
benched
one's getting
there?
benched. Up top.
No, like in Champions League because they're gonna. Let's say they're putting out their best.
Apparently, well, right now in preseason, we've been playing like that with all four midfielders playing, and then like it's like a four
Diamond?
4-4-2 diamond. So that's what they've been trying
Who's
to
the
do.
cam?
De Bruyne.
De Bruyne,
Oh, and then McTominay,
McTominay a bit farther
Lobotka,
back.
and then who's with him?
Like
Lobotka
Gisa.
and Gisa.
Oh, and
Hold,
Gisa.
yeah, that's why.
How's De Bruyne in the preseason? How did he do?
Did-
I haven't
scored
watched.
a
I
goal.
honestly
He knows
haven't watched.
exactly how he.
I have
He's the
not
me-
watched.
he knows
I've
the
clips. He sees the
I've
clips.
seen the clips of this guy's barrel. Like
This
come
guy
on.
just
To be
flowing
fair,
over the
And
ball.
Serie A guys, that looks like a retirement league, as he
No.
said, right? If they're glazing a guy with,
Yeah, they're probably just
but
clips.
I'm asking.
And Conte,
You saw him. How was he during the preseason?
he was decent, but no one. I'll be honest, no one on the whole Napoli team looked that good in the games. But also, Conte is the coach, and he like kills them during the training sessions. And the games were literally during like a training session before, and then they would hold the game at the same training ground, playing against like City of B teams. But against Girona, he scored a good goal and stuff like that. But I mean, personally, I don't really take preseason. I take it with a grain of salt, obviously, like it's preseason, but someone like De Bruyne, though, also you have to remember he just came to the team. He was there for like 2-3 weeks after the whole training camp. Like, I don't know. De Bruyne, to me, is just so class. I can't see him coming to Napoli and not performing or that he's finished, especially given last year when he did play, like, because the main concern you could say is the injuries. When he did play, he was still class for City, so I don't know.
Yeah, and these guys too, like De Bruyne, preseason is used for like a lot of upcoming players, young players to like fight for their spot, convince the manager. De Bruyne it doesn't matter what he does in preseason, he's playing. You know what I mean, right? So he's not going to worry about the numbers he puts up in preseason because he's going to be in that team.
He's the biggest name
fit,
in Serie A,
no matter what,
right now.
right?
100%.
Okay, let me ask you guys this. We have our big three in Italy, Juve, Milan, Inter. With Napoli winning their 4th Scudetto, are they officially the 4th biggest club in Italy all time?
Which ones?
Are they bigger than Roma? Are they bigger than Lazio?
I think
Roma and Lazio have more Scudetto.
Yeah, I
than
know
both of them.
Roma have 3, Lazio have 2, but is Napoli bigger?
So do you know what it is? Let me just give my take on this. I think that history speaks very loud, and I think that back in the days, teams got a lot of pull and a lot of recognition because they always had those legends, those gladiators that always stayed around with them. When you think of Napoli or any new team that's doing well, like obviously we have like the Atalanta of the world that are coming up, even if now Gasperini's gone. Fiorentina's on the come up. Like all these newer teams, Napoli's obviously up there. Who do you, like, you think Roma, you think Totti, right? Like you think these big clubs with big names, big players. And you think Napoli,
I think one of the best players of all time.
No. But I'm saying yes. But I'm saying right now, who has helped Napoli be Napoli? Maradona is what Napoli's known for, but Maradona was there like what 20, 30 years ago. So who's the new guy that's going to take Napoli to the Juve, to the Milan, to the Inter level?
ADL, the mastermind behind it all, our owner, who just built Napoli up from the bottom up. That's kind of what he's done. Because Napoli's thing though is, compared to like an Inter Juve, we cycle, so it's a little bit different than the way the bigger clubs use. But he's starting to change now.
I agree with you, but going to his question, the reason why I wouldn't consider it a top club is because they don't have those big names that people just attach the team to, other than Maradona. But Maradona, again, we got to get past Maradona. You know, you can't just always go back to Maradona.
That's a
no, it's just... Guys, Maradona is a god, and he's a god in Napoli. But
over the years, though, we still
they tried to do it with Insigne, but Insigne's
star players like Koulibaly was still one of the best center backs over those years in the 2010s. Hamzik was up there.
Lavezzi,
Cavani.
But you weren't really winning Scudetti at the time.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Mertens,
they're big names, but you weren't winning, and people.
Yes, but Kvara and Osimhen were part of that. They only stayed for a bit, but they still were like Ballon d'Or ranked.
That's the problem
at the time.
They're not staying.
That's what I'm saying, though. That's why I'm saying once they start staying and they stay with the team the whole time, I think that's how you're able to attach and get into the top 3.
Yeah.
So who's the 4th biggest club?
Who's the 4th biggest club in Italy with?
So what is it? Inter, Milan, Juve right now that you're saying?
I would say
4th?
Before you answer that, I want to say like that criteria. I think is just like not possible anymore for Italian clubs.
It's not. It's very hard.
Possible.
It's like
Cavades don't stay anymore.
But honestly, it's like the world we live in right now. The turnover at every single company in this world is like every few months you have new people. Like you leave 3 months later, you have a whole new team. That's just how it works. I don't like it, but 4th biggest club, it's between Lazio and Roma. I don't know the numbers, but I would probably say Roma.
Bologna.
Oh.
No,
to me, it's just they haven't had any recent success to say that. That's my main
What,
pick.
Roma?
Roma and Lazio. They haven't won the Scudetto since, like, I think Lazio won 2003 or 2004.
Lazio 2000, Roma 2001.
See, that's the thing. Like, they haven't had
put
success
Napoli
for
there.
20 years.
years ago.
I would
Napoli,
put
let's
Napoli
not
as
forget,
the
they
4th.
didn't win the Scudetto those other years, but, like, from, like, 2015, 2016, we were, like, the only people competing with Juve every single season.
And Lazio.
First and second.
Lazio was up there.
But your question is like overall, who are the
All
top
time.
all time?
Yeah.
Who
Like
are
it's-
all time? Juve,
Looking at this, is none of them, but
Juve, Milan, Inter, Roma are the 4 biggest club in Italy.
Because what European championships does Roma have?
Europa League.
League. We have one.
Yeah.
I think they have one, right?
But even who else are you gonna put there though?
They have
Lazio,
the
I don't think
Conference
has
League,
any.
brother.
for me, I
Lazio have a Europa League.
only have Roma at 4 because when growing up, like fully remember Roma being good. Napoli
Yeah.
wasn't even in Serie A.
Yeah, Roma was amazing.
Yeah, that's the thing. And
The question of like bigger clubs is tough, man.
You don't like that question?
No, I just like not your question. I'm just saying like when people define big clubs, like it's like what is this criteria that makes clubs so big?
What,
Yeah.
what does it mean to you?
well, we
I
should
think
do
it-
it. We should do one
yeah.
that's literally by fans, history, championship, and numbers.
Which
and
I
then
think
you,
is
and then
that's
you
a-
rank it.
It's
Yeah.
a combination of all those things, right? I think
Yeah.
it's history, it's past players, it's titles won, it's overall brand and fan support like around the world, right? That makes a big club, right? Like
Who's got the biggest following on social media?
I think it's Juve because
Probably you.
Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Ronaldo.
That logo
Ronaldo-
change.
Ronaldo helped
changed the
us.
game.
I think Ronaldo gave that boost.
You know, that's
yeah.
that's one thing he did good for us. And
social media followers. Yeah.
like that signing, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but guys, no love for Genoa.
Genoa?
That's all I was saying.
It's a
nine
big club.
Scudetti.
Yeah, it's true. It's a big
Old,
club.
old.
Nine
There's a
Scudetti,
lot of-
one
There's
away
also
from a
Bari.
star.
Bari has the biggest stadium in Italy.
Well,
Either the
one of-
first
one
or
of the
second biggest
one of the
stadium in
biggest
Italy.
one.
Well, Bari is also owned
Torino,
by,
Torino,
yeah.
7 Scudetti.
Yeah, I know.
Bologna, 7 Scudetti.
Yeah.
Pro Vercelli,
Yeah,
7
but bro,
Scudetti.
we're talking about the
Old,
1940s.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, not even 1920s.
Yeah, 1920, bro. Who recorded these stats?
No, you guys, you
I
guys
know.
gotta feel bad for Genoa though. One away from a star. Their last
bro, they're
Scudetto
never gonna
was
get a star
again.
1924.
Bro, Criscito is
Last
gone. They're
Scudetto
done.
was 1920.
You know, I think as we're chatting, I think you have to say Napoli are the
Yeah,
biggest
Napoli
team.
are-
I think it's just you because there is an era to pull on too of like you have Maradona. You can't keep pulling on Maradona, but like it's literally one of the best players to ever.
But how long are you
ever
going to
live.
pull Maradona
No,
for?
what I'm trying to say is like they had that era of success, and now they're seeing another era of success. So like they've been
agree.
successful over multiple
Yeah.
periods of
But even
time. right?
Maradona, you could
It's
say
not
is the
like they've
biggest
won a
player.
few in the 20s and we never saw them again because now they're fully
Yeah.
back, right?
They're back now, but I
So-
think it hasn't been very continuous and very for a long period of time, and that's why I wouldn't put them there.
But Roma was only there for Totti, Mika. When was another
Roma
time?
was-
when
they
was,
had some
Okay, is there
players.
any other time when Totti wasn't there that you would say Roma was at the top?
Well, I probably
Totti
wasn't
was there for
born
like
at the
30
time.
years.
Yeah,
That's what I mean, right? It's
Totti
like
was there
'cause
forever.
How
We
long
can
was
talk
he there
about
for?
an era
20
before us,
something, 20
What
and we can
years?
talk about an era now with
24
this
years?
year. Like they've been around now, and even in those years too. And like
You know-
the Hamsik teams and
Yeah.
Cavani. at
That's
one point,
the
too, and
team
like,
everybody
But you know-
was strong.
That's why-
You know what I
Great
think
team.
too?
they were right there so many times.
Even in
right?
Champions League, we were still making it not far, but we'd still make the round of 16 always. Like we were still around there. We had some.
Yeah.
We were facing off versus big teams and those players.
What's the furthest you've gone in Champions League?
The furthest,
I always laugh when I ask a question, but I actually don't know the answer.
no, against Milan. What was
I think
it?
it was-
Quarters
Yeah.
versus Milan.
Um,
The biggest year.
Your question that who are the top 4 biggest clubs? I think it has to do also with Napoli. Like Napoli's biggest fan base is in Napoli.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
All the other teams we mentioned, Juve, Inter. So Juve is in Torino. That's not where their biggest fan base is. Inter is in Milano. That's not where their biggest fan base is. And Milan is in Milano, and that's not where their biggest fan base is. So I
Definitely
think
where their
Where they at,
biggest
though?
fan
I mean, I
base
think
is.
all over the
Yeah.
world, all over the guys. We're in Toronto. We're 10,000 kilometers away from Italy, or whatever it is.
There's a
Are
Napoli
you
fan base.
what?
Are you Napoletano? Are you from?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I think he has a point. If you're not from Napoli, you wouldn't cheer for Napoli.
and
Yeah,
wait,
most
that's
likely
not.
not.
That's
Do you
not
agree with that?
necessarily a
Yeah,
bad
unless
thing.
only thing I would have is probably if you're Argentinian. A lot of Argentinian people, if they were born around during that
agree.
era, they would
But-
definitely like Napoli most
but
likely.
that wouldn't be their
Yeah.
favorite team. Like their
Probably,
favorite
yeah,
team would
probably not
be
their most
Boca
favorite
or-
team. Yeah,
But
I'll
that's
say even generally a lot of people in the South would root for Napoli most likely just to support the
just
South.
to support,
Yeah.
but what I'm saying, it's not necessarily a bad thing because I always say if you go watch a Napoli game in Italy, I've never watched a Napoli game
That's crazy.
at the Maradona.
Yeah,
I've never
it's
watched
crazy.
that. I think that atmosphere is probably the best atmosphere in Italy, unless you're watching maybe Roma or Lazio because that's their fans are there,
Roma's crazy too.
or you're going to like Madrid to watch,
Yeah.
Real Madrid
I've
or
been to San
Barcelona.
Siro and
But you
Maradona-
go to San
Maradona's
Siro, you're probably
crazy.
going to get a bunch of people from China, people from Asia,
Yeah.
people from the UK. You're getting all types of people, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So when it comes to that, also has a big impact because again, has Napoli grown their brand worldwide? Maybe they're trying now, but has it grown worldwide to say it's the biggest club in Italy with the top 3?
No.
I don't think.
I think it's
Oh,
also
I
hard
think the top
based on
3, yeah, for sure.
based on location, though. I think is another part of it. That's a big
100%.
thing because like Roma, you think of Roma, one of the most famous cities in the whole world, like everyone knows, obviously. Somewhere like Napoli, if you're gonna think of someone like there's people have certain opinions about Napoli in general, like outside the team.
What are
certain
those
opinions on
No,
that.
but you're
on
right.
saying
That's what
this,
I'm
so
talking
that hurts the marketability of it,
100%.
and even certain things. As a Napoli fan, I know myself, the owner now is trying to fix it, but there's certain things like if you order a jersey from Napoli off a Napoli website, you have to. There's only the Italian website, and it takes forever to get the jersey. Like there's certain barriers, even buying tickets. Like I've been to an Inter game, a Napoli game. The Inter game was so easy to buy tickets. The Napoli game was not easy at all.
Oh no, it was hard.
No, it was hard. So you need to have like the ID. You need to be a member of the club. Like it's
And-
a lot
and
of
I think-
barriers.
I think,
so
Because there's just too many
Yeah.
fans there. They have
across
to,
the
yeah.
board.
that's why.
But
yeah.
that's a good point, though. I think what you said right now explains exactly. That's kind of what I was trying to get
Yeah.
to with the top 4 and why I wouldn't consider them yet. But maybe if they do change that stuff,
yeah.
could.
Off of fans, I would agree. Success, I still think they're top 4 just recently and overall trophies when you compare it to Roma and Lazio, especially if they win next year and they have 5 Scudettos, then that's a big gap
Success-wise,
between Lazio
What are the top
and the-
4 teams in Italy with the most fans? Do we know that?
The most fans, like worldwide.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
top
it's just
fans.
the top 3 you can.
Yeah,
It's gonna be-
Who would be 4th?
I don't. How do you
feel like
calculate that,
Roma.
right? You can go by
Fans, I
like,
think there's some.
you can go by like
It would be
Instagram.
Roma or Lazio.
Yeah,
Roma,
Yeah,
Lazio.
that's what I think.
Maybe Roma, probably.
I don't think Lazio over Napoli, to
Roma.
be honest, fans-wise. I
No,
think
no,
Roma.
Yeah, Roma.
Yeah.
It would be Roma 100%.
Because how is it broken down in Rome? Like, city center are more Roma fans and outskirts of
Yeah,
the Lazio
Lazio.
fans.
Yeah.
Because if you compare the
It-
population of like an outskirt of Lazio to Napoli, it's like blowing out of the water.
Yeah.
How many people live in Napoli
course.
compared to obviously outskirt of Lazio?
And I'm curious, who do they support in Calabria?
Juve a lot.
Juve is the biggest
Yeah,
one. In
Juve,
Calabria, it's all Juve fans. Everywhere you go. That's why I said, like, again, you go to Torino to watch a Juve game, you're not going to get just people from Torino. You're going to get people
A
that
lot of
probably don't even
Calabresi
know what's
moved
going
to
on
Turin.
there.
A lot of Calabresi moved
Yeah.
to Turin first, then Milan.
100%.
So Juve is probably the most followed in Calabria.
Calabresi run the world. They're all over the world. So
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, bro.
Okay, let's ask some fun questions. Who is going to be the top scorer in Serie A this season? Let's start with you.
It's a tough one, especially with Retegui leaving. My main thing would have been between Moise Kean and Lautaro Martinez, but I think Lautaro Martinez is going to take it just because I feel like that's one thing we lack is we don't have that big goal scorer in the league. And I feel like Lautaro's just done it before. Last year he had a down year, but Lautaro Martinez is a world-class player, so I think next year he'll bounce back and he'll be a top goal scorer.
Okay. Who you got?
I would have said Lukaku if he wasn't out for the first 3
Yeah.
months, just because he has so much support around him now. He'll still score you goals, tons of goals, but I'm going to say Lautaro as well.
Okay. 2 for 2 Lautaro right now. Who you got, Michele?
Skip. I'm thinking
He's
about
thinking about it? You got one?
I got one. Easy. Joe David. He's had 2 back-to-back 30-goal seasons. Yeah, he did it in Liga. Look in Champions League. He scored against every big team with Lille. He scored against Juve too. So,
Juve get a lot of pens.
and I was about to say, and look at the amount of pens we're gonna get.
He's going to be the pen taker?
He's taking 100%. He's taking all of them.
Yeah, he's a good pen taker.
Joe David.
Yeah, I'm not thinking about the player. I'm thinking about the teams. The highest scoring teams are Inter and Juve. If Milan was a high scoring team, I would have said Leao. I actually do think he has what it takes to be up there. But I think we're gonna get scored on a lot. Inter, like we don't have the greatest defense, but I still think we have one of the strongest attack, and that's why I'm gonna go Lautaro for this one.
They're going to get scored on a lot. This Juve team's going to get scored on.
Oh yeah.
Is
And
Bremer
also-
Bremer's
I
back.
also-
Is Bremer back?
He's back, but is he back? You know what I mean?
back.
back. He's
No, I
the
don't
best
know.
defender in the Serie A.
He's coming off a major injury. I think he's going to need some time.
did he have?
He's
Yeah,
good.
but he
Bro, he's
did
an
his
animal,
ACL.
that guy.
Yeah, he did his
27.
ACL. So I also think if you guys bring in Colomwani as well, like I don't think Jonathan David's going to be your out and out striker. Like
Is
he's gonna have
Colomani
to-
going back?
It seems like
trying.
it seems like it.
Yeah,
we gotta get rid of
Vlahovic
Vlahovic
out too.
first.
I think at Lille he was more central. He was the guy, but I think now he'll be more drop back, find the space, and like Colomwani will score if he comes a good bag of goals as well. But
I was hearing that they could play Colo on the wing sometimes too.
yeah, he could play left wing too. Yeah,
My
Rafa's also playing more towards goal now with Allegri, so
Yeah, we'll see.
could
could
have a big year.
I do want to pick Rafa, but he might end up playing left back under Allegri. So
I think Moise
Yeah,
Kean is a sleeper.
I
He still
think-
came second last year.
yeah,
21 goals.
My
Steve
answer
Fiorentina?
is Moise Kean.
There you go.
Nice. All right.
And I hope so for the national team as well, because Retegui is
We need
it's gone now. So
No shot for Adamola Lookman?
well, we don't even know if he's playing.
yeah,
Yeah, what's going on with that guy?
great player.
I don't think he'll play in Serie A again. I
No
think-
love for Noah Lang?
No.
No.
No,
You guys don't like outsider picks.
He's
don't
very
even know
cocky,
Noah
that guy. I don't like his attitude
Yeah,
at all. I don't think he's gonna fit well in
He
He
Napoli.
actually had a bad
Signed for
preseason,
Napoli.
so
Oh, he did?
he might start as a
Okafor
backup.
just left Milan.
Okafor went to
Well,
Leeds.
he was at Napoli or Milan. I don't even know.
Gimenez?
No.
Anyone?
Isn't bad.
Santi? Not Santi. No, not Santi's
Yeah,
not ready
right,
yet.
no.
Pulisic?
Okafor was at Napoli on loan for half a year last year. Now he's at
He was a
Leeds.
good player. He should have played more.
Consistency.
I liked
He
him.
did play
I know.
quite a bit. Just consistency was never there. He was like the off the bench super sub for
He
a
got
little bit, and
20
that was the
mil
best
from
he
him.
ever.
I think, guys,
Best he
realistically
ever got.
speaking, Lukaku. with
No,
the
but he's out
groin,
for 3 months.
That's why he's out for 3 months.
He's out for 3 months.
But
right?
Luka.
So Luka's gonna be the
Lorenzo
guy.
Luca is good, but I think as soon as Lukaku comes back, it also depends who we're signed because the replacements we're looking at right now are like on the same level as Luca, so they might end up splitting time.
Lorenzo Luca is a tough look, man.
What about Scamacca?
He's back.
Well, they
coming
signed,
back.
Bro,
Kristovic
he's just
today.
not
I
consistent.
think
Who
the
did?
coach is the problem.
Atalanta
signed Kristovic,
yeah.
That's
like-
the sleeper as well.
We're talking about Skamaka and Kristovic, but like
Their
Who do they
coach.
got?
he's getting managed by Yuri.
Yeah,
like
Yuri.
this guy
Yeah.
sucks.
I think the drop off of the year is gonna be Atalanta.
Yeah.
You think so?
A really bad.
You know, it could be a
100%.
sleeper
It's gonna be
pick.
bad.
Whoever is the striker at Roma with Gasperini.
Yeah.
Because Gasperini, look how many
I
years
think
in a
so.
row
Ferguson.
Guys, this
he
is a
turned
good, this is a good
Ritegi,
show.
all this
What
stuff.
about
Yeah,
Ferguson?
Ferguson.
What about Leon Bailey signed today?
Oh yeah, I saw that too.
No,
Why?
I think
What did he
striker?
play before?
I think
Villa.
the
He's a
sleeper
Villa?
winger.
Could be
sleeper pick of Ferguson is actually
Yeah,
a good
Ferguson's
shout.
a good
Actually,
one.
that's a good
That's if he
shout.
starts. I don't know.
Ferguson is good, but
Well,
Dovbyk is there too.
Dovbik's
Dovbik
out
is
of the
really
project.
Really?
Gasperini's freezing him out because Napoli's looking at him, but apparently Gasperini doesn't like him at all.
See, Dovbyk,
I think he's a great striker.
Dovbyk under
Great.
Conte
Could be good,
Could
yeah.
be. Could be.
I think
nasty
Dobik
as
is
well.
a great striker.
Yeah, I like him as well.
Unless you guys take Vlahovic, would you like?
Take Vlahovic. Take him.
Would you like that?
I'll be honest, actually, if it was a loan where it's not obligation to buy, like we were talking about,
Only
it's like a
he has
50%
one more year on the
cover.
contract, so it has to be a
That's the
buy.
thing. Yeah. For the buy, I don't know. I actually don't think Vlahovic is bad. I think, like, once again, going back to Juve, look at the coaches they've had there, and they haven't been, even Yildiz. I think Yildiz is a great player, but I don't think any of the coaches who have coached him have got the best out of him yet.
I think this year for Yildiz, but Vlahovic has scored 20+ goals for
Yeah,
Juve.
he is. That's
He
why.
just
Is Tudor the coach for Juve?
Yeah.
Like, he's gonna stay.
It just Vlahovic at this point has a stereotype around
That's
him,
why.
and so people forget that he scores.
Yeah.
and he also
They
doesn't
just
look like
worry
he
about
cares.
when he doesn't score.
Yeah, he doesn't care for Juve anymore.
Yeah, 100%.
There's a time when he loved Juve, and now
Yeah.
he doesn't give.
that relationship is
And that's why I also think Ildiz is the best player in Serie A, and that's why I think he's the best player at Juve, and he's going to be one of the best because he actually cares to be there, and he brings back that passion that I haven't seen in a while from a Juve player, and I really, really hope he doesn't prove me like wrong and he leaves out of nowhere in like 2 years.
Hopefully not.
But
You know what? Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say one thing about Vlahovic. I gotta be honest. Every time Vlahovic has gone on for Juve, he has played his hardest. Like, I've never seen Vlahovic just like walk around. He does miss a lot, but every time I watch him, he plays aggressively. That's what I've seen. I've always noticed that. Yes, he messes up and he's not technically can't finish in front of the net. But I can't say that he looks like a Leao when he didn't want to play. Sometimes Leao just looks like he doesn't want to play.
He plays with a little intensity too.
Who?
Vlahovic.
Vlahovic
Yeah,
plays with a lot of
Vlahovic, not
intensity. So I can't say that he hates Juve. Actually, if he hated Juve, I feel like he would have just not cared about it at all. The problem is that he cares too much. And that's why he's messing up this many times. The pressure, he feels the pressure. But I think that relationship is broken now.
Yeah, I think he doesn't care that much anymore.
Yeah, now it's
Yeah.
broken.
We've
I
seen
mean, I
flashes,
coulda-
though, so.
I mean, if Milan signed no striker, we could see like a sleeper Santiago Jimenez because we just don't have another striker.
I don't think he's a
Who's the
bad
next
shout. He's not
striker?
a bad player.
Like,
Who's the next striker?
We don't have a striker.
They loaned out.
We don't have any other
what about
striker in the
Camarda?
team.
They
Lecce?
loaned
Camarda's
out.
at Lecce.
Yeah.
That'd be
Lecce.
amazing. But I honestly think like if we only have one, like just by default of like he has to play if we need a striker to come on, like it might be Santi. Like if the team really clicks.
So when?
But
who
also
would be the
another
striker?
team doesn't score a million
then
goals.
you should ask
Leao is the other
who's going to
striker?
be the dark
Leao's
horse
been playing
top
closer to
scorer.
goal. Leao's been playing up top. Yeah, Leao and Pulisic started the game against Bari, and
I
then
see.
Leao went out injured with a calf.
Yeah, I saw that.
And Santi came on because there's no other forward.
nothing.
I could see
Great.
Vlahovic at Milan.
No, he got an
especially
assist.
like-
Oh, you got an
He
assist?
assisted Pulisic, yeah, and he probably should have been given the ball by Loftus-Cheek in that game too, but Loftus didn't see him.
What about Loftus? I always liked Loftus.
Loftus could have
I always liked
sleeper good year.
Yeah.
He's never been not talented. It's always been the fitness, right?
And he got injured last
Yeah,
year.
he's never been fit.
He's
never been
massive,
fit.
though.
I like
But he's
him.
a beast, man.
Yeah.
And like him fully fit and fully motivated, he's still a great player.
I agree. I had him in Fanta for the past 2 years because I always liked him, but just the injuries.
He's built like a house. Like
Yeah.
and he could do it all. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, he's
I like him.
What about a sleeper pick, Giovanni Reina at Parma?
That didn't happen yet.
But close to getting locked in.
That'd be a crazy transfer. And yeah,
Big for Padma.
Reina, the American guy.
from Dortmund.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who I also believe Padma have the youngest coach in Serie A history.
Yeah, 29.
Who is it?
years old.
What?
Is he 29?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's a
he's
young
never
guy.
coached. He's never
29?
coached. Yeah, but he's never coached before. Like
He was
they-
Arsenal's
Yeah.
assistant for the last 5 years.
yeah.
Oh my God.
So he's never been in a head coach.
24.
Or like some more.
What's his name?
In the
Yeah.
UK.
His name.
Italian
That's
guy?
crazy.
That is
No,
wild.
Spanish.
Spanish guy.
Oh,
I don't
it's
see
good.
Spanish guys, but
Yeah.
I guess
I mean,
Arteta's friend.
guys, I want to start
Yeah.
seeing some. Maybe it's I'm not good that I'm saying this, but I want to start seeing some non-Italian coaches coming to Serie A because I think that's the only way. Like we had Luis, what's his name, Luis Enrique, right?
Yeah,
His coach.
he was
He was at Roma, and then they just got rid of him. I feel like we had there's others too. Mourinho. There's a lot that came through Serie A, and I think that the way the clubs, because I think it all revolves around being Italian and how the Italian managers like to just deal with Italians.
Yeah.
But I think that's not helping Serie A grow in any type of
I
way.
agree.
So I think what we said at the beginning, we always have the same coaches just turning, like going from team to team. The Sarris, the Allegris, this, that. Like, why? Like, why? There's other coaches out there that would gladly come to Serie A. I just think it's the managers and the people behind the teams that don't like to deal with these types of attitudes or different cultures. And that's not good for Serie A.
Did you know the last non-Italian manager to win the Serie A was Mourinho in 2010?
Crazy.
That's the last non-Italian manager to win in the league, and before that it was Eriksson in like 01 season with Lazio.
And look at all the look at the
top of your head.
I made a video about this because I talked about this too because I was like, why do we only change managers, right? And it's the fact that like the Italian Serie A just plays this very specific style of football,
what I
right?
think.
The catenaccio, the defense, right? And like.
and look at the coaches.
And we saw Fonseca last season too when he came in. He goes, "It's harder to play Monza than Real Madrid because Real Madrid want to play football, so that it's open and it's and players like Reinders and Rafa will have the space, right? But when you play Monza, when you play, Milan have Cremonese on the weekend, and they're going to sit behind the ball most likely, right? Like it's those games.
And look
that's
at why
the Italian style that a lot of these managers that come from Portugal, Spain, they don't play that way. They play open, they play free, not in Italy, and that's. Is that good? I don't think so because that's why people love Como now. Como have that fresh take on football.
100%.
It's fast and it's.
I think Gasperini is one of those coaches that likes to play. But there's other Italian coaches like mentioned the Zerbi, mentioned Ancelotti guys as well. That they just why aren't they in Serie A right now?
Even in
Why is Ancelotti coaching Brazil?
It's funny, Ancelotti, when he came to Napoli, didn't do the best.
No.
He had a bit of a disaster.
You guys didn't
but
give him the players he
that's why-
wanted.
I think, though, the overarching problem, though, is that in Serie A, they don't give coaches time either.
They don't.
Everything's like, they don't give, like, when a new
And
coach
players
comes
as
in,
well. Same
that's why they don't give time to implement systems. Like, a coach is not going to come and just a month in make your team look amazing. That's the one thing with Gasperini. When he built the system at Atalanta, he had time. It wasn't like
For
if
5
he didn't
years
come-
Atalanta-
That's exactly.
Who was
and
Atalanta?
if they're
for
not
years?
Italian, they have even less time.
Exactly, they have less
Even
time.
100%.
time, yeah.
That's the
Exactly.
problem.
Yeah, which is it's not. I don't love it about the game too because I think you need fresh ideas. You need players like managers to come in and give their takes and modernize the game because you keep swapping the same managers, the game just stays the same, right? And
Like I can never
it's-
see like Guardiola coming to Serie A. I would love to, but I just can't see him working with any of the teams.
He said that he wanted to come.
he did
But
say-
again,
Italian
it's
somehow.
just
No, he speaks Italian. Oh, 'cause
He played for
for
Brescia.
it's just the managers. I don't see how even Zidane was supposed to come to Serie A.
They want-
Zidane was supposed to come to
Juve.
Juve,
Yeah.
he's waiting
and it's just
he's waiting for the French job.
it's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
Yeah, I
not.
think he's
Yeah.
ready.
Why not? Right?
100%.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Vieira actually is he still coaching Genoa?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did good last year.
Yeah.
Pretty good the second.
Oh, I think that's where Ealing went. We were talking about Ealing.
Actually, Balotelli, if
Okay.
he was in Serie A, could win Capocannoniere.
This guy said Balotelli just came out saying that his dream is to play for Real Madrid. This guy's like he's like 34.
When
My dream too.
Carlos Cuesta, coach of Parma, age 30, 1995 born.
That's
Wow.
bro, that's
insane.
wild.
That's actually crazy.
But quick side note here, I got the stats here. Fourth most supported club in Italy by fans is Napoli.
Really?
Oh, Napoli.
brother.
But wait, is that ChatGPT, bro?
It's Italianismo is the source.
From ChatGPT.
Yes.
He's the owner of that web.
Yeah. He writes for
Okay,
them.
but what is so? What's the list?
Juve's first,
With how many?
about 8 million fans in Italy. This is just
This
in Italy.
is just Italy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were doing
Inter's second,
I'm shocked.
This list
I
is
thought Milan
wrong.
would be so-
4.1 million fans.
in Italy. Makes sense.
Milan just under third, 3.8 million fans. And
Napoli, all of Napoli's
That's why.
population.
Napoli, 3 million
Because we have the biggest population.
Yeah,
in
all
Italy,
of Napoli's
so, yeah.
population. But if you do
Roma
world,
5th with 1.8 million.
but if you do world, it's gonna be different.
Might
Yeah,
be different.
Milan will probably.
There
Yeah.
you go. Okay, let's move on though. Who will be the best player in Serie A this season?
Fuck, I thought we talked about this already.
We
Can we
talked
say it?
score.
MVP, you're saying?
MVP.
Oh, not top scorer, just
No,
I
MVP.
think.
Well-
I mean, we haven't talked about like our picks of winning yet, but I think. I mean, spoiler alert: I have Napoli winning again. So I think by default, you have to pick a player from Napoli. I'm gonna say De Bruyne will be the best player this year.
it's a tough take. It's a very tough take.
I just feel like if they're gonna win the league, I mean, it's got to be somebody
He
there.
just hasn't
It's,
played in Serie A. That's
it's
the only
very
reason why it's very tough. It's a tough. pick.
I think people are not remembering just this guy. He's so good. Like
He might be
and
one of the best Premier League players of all time.
He literally might be the best Premier League player of all time, and maybe like it's Thierry Henry, and he's right there,
Yeah.
right? Like it's. I just think people are they forget and they think he's 34, he's this, he was injured, bro. This if he's fit, man, De Bruyne is so good, and I think it'll be him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say Elite's. He's gonna be the MVP of the season.
So is
This
Juve
guy has
going to win
money
the
on-
league?
I think Elite's is gonna be the MVP of the season.
It's a good shout.
Just a
I
tad.
can't show you, bro.
His back,
whole back.
Yildiz, Yildiz 10, yeah.
Yeah, for MVP, again, like I'm very, very skeptical about Inter, but I was skeptical about Inter last year too. I genuinely didn't think Inter was gonna do what they did last year, so maybe the same thing is happening. But again, if the same thing happens, we don't win shit. So now that I think about it, I was right to be skeptical. I'm gonna say MVP. No, I wasn't gonna say Lautaro. I was actually gonna give it to McTominay.
Back to back.
I think I don't think that was a one season wonder. I think he loves Napoli. Like he genuinely loves that fucking
He loves
city.
it. Yeah.
Conte loves him, the fans love him, the team loves him. He has everything he needs to succeed. He's gonna be in Champions League, so he's gonna go back to playing in Champions League this year. So he's gonna get that experience. He has a lot to prove because he was a Man U before, he didn't get his space. He has a lot of love, and I think he performs well when people believe in him. You've seen it, what happened this year, and I think it's just going to be like double the amount.
He also
this year.
peaked towards the end of the season. Like he obviously started good. He scored goals, but in that last stretch of the season, that's really where he won us the league, and that's when he really like peaked. And like every game, he was just the best player in the
Yeah,
pitch
but don't
every
you guys
single
think
game.
now with De Bruyne coming in, he'll have to kind of his role will lessen because it's not really on him as much anymore to like score and assist everything now. Like he's got someone beside him. That
I just
can
don't
do a
believe
lot
in
of
De
that.
Bruyne. Like
I think it's going to depend how they use De Bruyne because, like, from what I understand, like, what I feel like it's going to end up being, like, I feel like De Bruyne, because of his age and because of his injury history, I could see De Bruyne even being used as a sub some games, like in a lesser game when you're facing those certain teams. Like I see De Bruyne being used in those games where we're facing, like we said, when you face like a Cremonese and they set all their players behind the ball, they're gonna have to bring De Bruyne in to have that creativity and break through the team. But like, because the thing is, Napoli has four. Like, who knows if they're gonna play four midfielders the whole season? Last year we played a 4-3-3, so someone has to get dropped. And like McTominay and De Bruyne, you could say, play a similar role.
Yeah.
But how do you bench the MVP? And especially at the start of the season, I could see like McTominay starting and then De Bruyne being used as a sub and maybe implementing it in.
Wait, McTominay
I
won
think
MVP
you gotta-
last season?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You got to play both, man.
That's
you
why
you
I
have to
see-
play
Play
both.
McTominay striker. Imagine.
You could.
I
As a,
think
like,
I
false
just
nine?
I don't think De Bruyne is done. I don't think he's at his prime, and I think McTominay right now is in his prime. I think he's like in his Serie A prime. I think he understands the league very, very well, and he's dangerous. Like those games, he was
Gonna
just dangerous.
flop so hard this year.
I
imagine.
think-
I hope
That's
so.
what
I
happened
mean,
with
I would
minors,
hope
guys.
so.
Same shit.
I would
I
hope
also
so.
just and listen. I love the league. I love the Serie A. Okay, but like, I'm not ignorant to the fact that like the level's not as high as in the Premier League, and it's different game too, where like it's more open in the Premier League. But when you put one of the best Premier League players of all time on the best team in the country as of right now, like based on last season, like it's a recipe for just success.
So if
and
we do
goals.
a top 11 Serie A versus top 11 Prem, the Prem would win.
teams,
Yeah. So if you do a top 11 best Serie A players versus top
like
11
currently right now.
current right now.
Oh yeah.
APL would
Yeah.
Just
Come
Liverpool
on, like,
itself would.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The question is like, where does Napoli finish
don't know.
in the Premier League?
Top four.
What?
Maybe
Top
fourth.
four,
No
yeah.
chance.
Top
Yeah,
four?
100%. Bro,
Napoli
Above, so
in
who's
Premier League?
with
bro,
Napoli?
the
Premier League
the
is top
fourth
four?
place position is not that good.
Yeah.
So
The top 3 is good.
Yeah,
the
no,
fourth
but
is not that
you're
good.
talking
Even
about-
Arsenal. I don't know if
You're saying
Arsenal's
so. You're
better
saying
than
4 teams in
Napoli.
Premier League right now, and this is not the topic of the podcast, but like City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea. You think you put Napoli above one of those?
Chelsea,
I
bro.
put them over
Chelsea's
Arsenal.
really good.
And Arsenal.
City-
Arsenal's
City and
overrated,
Liverpool,
man.
I think, definitely are better. But especially when you look at our depth, like the signs we made this summer, we literally have 2 players now in every single position. Arsenal doesn't have that same depth.
And we're talking
Arsenal
about
as well,
Conte, man.
Arsenal
Here
got
in
depth.
goals.
Arsenal got a player in every position.
Arsenal would
Twice.
smoke Napoli without a
I don't know
doubt.
about
We're
that.
talking about
In the
Conte.
long run, yeah.
I picked Arsenal to win the league.
100%.
It's a different podcast.
Arsenal to
yeah,
win.
different podcast. Yeah.
Okay, let me give my MVP. My MVP is going to be a little bit of a weird one. I think this year could be Paulo Dybala's year. Just cause if you look at every Gasperini team ever, the second striker is always absolutely flourishing. You look at Ilicic, Gomez, Lookman. You could keep going on.
That's a good take.
Manovsky, even when he was there randomly.
Oh yeah, I forgot about.
But
Terrible take.
No,
it's
that's-
great.
that-
He's going to be.
it could be good or it could be terrible.
It's going to be either or.
The injuries.
If he can stay fit,
No,
he'll be MVP.
I don't,
shown
trust,
that
I
he
don't
can.
trust him staying fit.
He won't stay
I would
fit,
love.
but-
I would love to see that. Honestly, I would.
I also think that Roma's like medical staff is one of the worst in Serie A.
Yeah.
Second to
Yeah,
Juve,
like,
second
the
to Juve
most
probably.
injuries, like ever.
Dude, the Serie A needs an informed Dybala.
I don't-
They
yeah.
just they do need
It
it,
would
man.
be
Hell,
insane.
Yeah,
It would
they
be
do need
wild.
it.
Yeah, if he can stay fit, I got him.
I can't see that take though, unfortunately.
I
But
can't
it
see
is
it
what
either,
it
but
is, right?
I'm visioning it.
Yeah.
Let's chat top 4.
Wait, did you go MVP?
I'm split
said
between
KDB.
I'm split between KDB and McTominay. I mean, I just think it depends how we line up and how it goes, but it depends the type of role De Bruyne is going to be playing. Like if we don't use him as like a, because I don't think he's going to play 90 minutes every game. That's for sure. Just this way he doesn't get hurt. But I'll go with McTominay still.
What about you?
McTominay running it back.
Finally, someone asked for my opinion.
The Roma fan. No one cares about the Roma fan.
Guys, let me in your mouth.
No, best player in Serie A next year will be Barella.
The fuck? You guys taking
Okay,
a flight
no more-
to Turkey
no more
soon.
It's a good take.
No, yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
bro.
It's a good take. Barella is always solid.
Yeah.
He's always good. But
He's a safe pick.
He's no
He needs
MVP.
a team around.
He's
problem
no
is you need the goals and
Yeah,
assists.
yeah,
right?
yeah.
It always
He's
leans
no
that
MVP.
way. Right? You might be like the
Bro,
most
don't
most
ask for my
consistent.
opinion if you guys don't like
No,
it.
no,
I hate it,
It's a
dude.
good conversation. I think
Never asking you
it
again.
could happen, but it always leans like stats, right? That's the problem.
Yeah,
with the,
Barella is a
like,
good player. He just doesn't score or assist a lot.
Yeah, like Ricci
But
might
he's a
be the
good
most
player.
consistent player all season long, but he's never going to win MVP.
Yeah,
I just think Barella is the best player in Serie A.
he's
It's not
the best.
there's not,
Not
you
the
can
worst
you
take.
can make an argument.
Normally the one thing in Serie A though, normally the team that wins gets MVP normally
True.
in Serie A.
Yeah,
It's normally
which
the way
is
they
fair,
do
I
it.
guess.
Yeah,
Maybe I think Inter's gonna win.
there you go.
Oh, let's talk about it.
We're not asking
Yeah,
you
so-
actually.
Yeah, don't ask me for the next one. Let's shot top 4. Last year we had Napoli, Inter, Atalanta, and Juventus in that order. Who's gonna be top 4 this year in Serie A? Who wants to go
We're
first?
just gonna murder each other.
I'll
on
go
this
first. I think it's pretty easy. Napoli first. We're gonna go Juve second.
Don't laugh. They say it, man. You can't laugh as you're saying.
You just said Juve.
not
and-
confident.
Yeah,
You
like,
better
be
believe
confident, bro.
that. Do you believe that?
No one was giggling.
I believe it. Juve second.
Wrong.
Milan third. Roma fourth.
I think Inter is even gonna make it in the top 5.
I don't got Kivu there, man.
No. I don't have my answer yet, but that's just fucked.
We'll
There's
see.
just no chance.
Need a couple minutes.
Inter is always gonna be in top 4. With this team that they have, they're gonna be
I
top
agree.
4.
They weren't always off for it.
With the team that they've had in the like, if you don't think Inter can be top 4,
They
they're
can.
literally one of the strongest teams in Serie A, and they can compete in Europe.
It
They've shown it for
happens.
the past 5 years.
It happened.
I don't think the team has changed that much though, and like really, it
It's
stayed.
the manager.
Yeah, just the manager.
Yeah. Still, your
Yeah.
core's still there, which I
They
think
also
will get you.
Again, like
decent
yeah, even with
signings,
Conte,
Inter.
you know, like Conte switched and Inzaghi came on. Inter was still in the top.
I think
Yeah,
you
Inzaghi's
dropped
good.
off quite a bit from Conte and Inzaghi to.
We
Kivu.
did drop a lot,
Yeah.
but we still stayed top 4, and we picked it up even
Yeah,
faster.
I think he has to just show up and not rock the boat because the
That's
core
the thing.
that core has done quite well for itself.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll
for
go.
Many years, go
Wow.
for it.
Is that my camera?
Yeah.
No, I think it's that one.
Okay. Juve,
Oh my!
Napoli, Inter, Milan.
Wow.
You can't say Juve win. Like, it's just if you look at the like it doesn't happen like that. You don't just
Juve,
go from
Napoli, Juve, Napoli, Inter, Milan.
You didn't get that.
Use the other one.
Nah, nah.
I don't care.
Okay, that's all right.
it doesn't work like that.
That's how it's gonna
It
work.
doesn't work like that. With
All right.
Tudor as a coach and the team you have, who do you have on your? Who does Juve have on their team? They
lot
haven't
of very
changed
good
shit.
players.
Who do they get?
Joe.
Best player, Joe David.
They literally just
Conceição.
Wait, who's Juve's?
But they just
Bremer
got-
back.
Bremer,
But Bremer was
Gregorio,
last
one of the
year.
best.
But you guys haven't changed anything of the.
Joao Mario,
João Mario, talented.
Joao Mario is
very
Juve?
tight.
The one that you
Or
play
when
for.
league
the
gets-
left back.
league's
You guys-
washed.
No, I'm
You guys
joking. It's
got
a
it.
different João Mario.
Oh,
It's
okay.
left.
Oh, yeah.
Right
Not
back.
the
Right
back
back.
or Inter one.
No.
Whatever.
You can play both
You
sides.
play
You-
both.
Juve.
We have Cambiaso back.
So you
Nasty.
really think Juve can win the league this year?
100%.
You think Tudor could outcoach Conte and Allegri?
Allegri, yeah.
Man, no.
Allegri just
But it's also
Yeah,
about the
completely
players.
Allegri.
passed.
But it's also about the players. Napoli doesn't have a striker, right? For through the first 3 months, you're not even.
No, we're signing a new striker. And we have Lorenzo Luca.
So
And
Juve
so
had
Luka,
to
guys. He
keep,
played at Udinese last
okay,
year.
He had
Ju-
14
Juve,
goals, so he's pretty good.
Juve had to keep Tudor because you guys are still spending money on Allegri. I'm pretty sure you're still spending money on Cristiano Ronaldo somehow. But literally, that wasn't your choice. You realize that wasn't a choice.
Let me say it again.
Like, you guys had to.
Juve, Napoli, Inter, Milan.
No, you had Inter second.
Okay.
No, Juve, Napoli, Inter, Milan. That's how I said.
I think
Yeah,
I'll
that's
give
what I
you.
said.
Yeah, you
I'll
did,
give
you
it
did.
to you right now.
If you say Inter, I'm gonna get up.
Well, I'm obviously gonna say Inter because if I don't say Inter, then what the fuck am I watching the league for? If I don't think they can even win. So obviously, even though I know it's gonna be tough, but it's gonna be Inter, Milan, Napoli.
The Inter Milan as
Inter-
one.
No, Inter, Milan. I think Milan is gonna do well this year. Again, shitty soccer, but I think they're gonna do well. Inter, Milan, Napoli, and then it's gonna be really between. I think it's gonna be between Lazio and Juve. I think it's gonna be between Lazio and Juve. I think Lazio is making a comeback this year too.
With
Yeah.
or without Saudi?
What? Sadi's going back to Lazio?
He's there.
He is.
But like he's. Trophy was telling us on the way here that this guy's running into problems already.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
how
because
they were
Lazio can't make any transfers. So
I
they
think
banned
Lazio
till
picked it up
January.
last year too, near the end.
I think Saudi moves the needle. But
Yeah,
I
he
get-
does.
They still got holes to fill that they couldn't fill because they literally can't make transfers.
they're looking
They're
at
not gonna finish top 4.
the big sign they're looking to make is Insigne. So I don't know if that tells you anything.
Terrible.
What a player!
Terrible.
Well,
What?
Lazio is
TFC legend.
One of the worst
messed up
Italian
the
players
Inter
of all
last year,
time.
so
Okay.
I just don't want to give it to you. So I don't think they're gonna finish top
you-
4.
Are there no outside shouts for Como in top 4?
No.
They spent
Not yet,
They
not
spent
yet.
100 million this
Not
transfer.
yet.
Yeah, but
Not
money's
yet.
not
Not
gonna
yet.
do anything.
Honestly,
Yeah,
it's,
top 8, top
Not
6.
yet.
I'm a big Como believer. I really
Same.
am. I think they spent good money too. Like they didn't sign like the names. I think their biggest name is like Morata, who I think will actually,
Nico Paz is.
Nico, but they didn't sign. He's still
that
been
Croatian guy was pretty good.
man. I think it's Jesus Rodriguez from Betis, right? They got Kuhn from Celtic. They got that guy from the Croatian guy too.
Yeah.
Like, and I think Morata can kind of do the job of like the Spanish team too, where he's like the workhorse in the middle. Just give it to Paz, give it to like that team plays so fun.
Yeah,
But I don't think top 4 yet for Como. I think Conference League for them.
they're up
Conference
there
League
though.
spot, yeah.
I love Como, just not this year though.
I think they need another.
Great
Too early.
stadium, great atmosphere.
Yeah,
It's an incredible.
I'd love to
It
play some
really is.
football
It
there.
is,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like do these does this $100 million that they spent bring them 15 points better than last year?
I think they can finish top 8.
And they,
Guys,
they
Morata
may-
is 40
They
years
may
old.
even
He's a good
sign.
player.
Who were they looking at a center back? I think is it Laporte?
Or were
I
they?
think
That'd be
they're
a good
looking at
sign.
a center back. Like they're looking at something like that. I might be wrong, but I thought it was Laporte.
The
But he's
striker
coming
last
from
season
Saudi?
still did
Saudi,
good,
yeah,
though.
coming back,
The
yeah.
striker, the Spanish kid. Spanish? No,
The winger.
something with the D.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know who you're talking about.
He
but I can't-
scored like
He
14
scored at the end.
goals.
At the end,
Yeah.
he was scoring a lot.
Yeah, he
You're right.
scored a lot.
Yeah.
He's pretty good. He's a young player as well. So him and Morata rotating. They have
Where's
a good
Cutrone
team.
in that league now? In that team, I think he's
Still there.
He's
He's
still
not-
there.
yeah,
He's not
he's
gonna
not-
get
sure
a
he
lot.
doesn't.
Huh?
Left bench.
He's gonna go back to Serie B.
Guys, did you see Trefetsa is playing in Greece?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's-
I realized when Inter was playing Olympiacos.
Yeah, Napoli.
I didn't realize
I saw.
Trefetsa is playing for
And,
Olympiacos. That's
Calabria too is Panathinaikos
Oh, yeah?
now. Yeah.
Crazy. Oh
Greek,
wow,
Greek clubs have been signing a lot
that's
because
weird.
I think AEK or whatever they have like Martial. I don't know, Podence. They have like a bunch of like random players on their team. The Greek league has been making weird signings.
Who do you got? Top 4.
Top 4 I got easily. Like Napoli by like I think it's not going to be like last year as tight. I think Napoli's going to win the league by like 10, 11 points. That's what I think. I think second, I got Milan. I think with Allegri, they're going to be really good, one game a week. Allegri doesn't play entertaining football, but he knows how to get points. He knows how to win. I think Milan, and then third, I have Inter. I think Milan and Inter are going to battle for that second and third. Then fourth, I actually have Roma. I think Gasperini is going to be really good for them. But I have Juve fifth just outside. But I think Roma, if Gasperini clicks, I think easily they could get that top four.
You have Juve
That's
out
an
of
interesting
top four
thing.
as well.
Yeah.
I don't disagree.
Juve out
with
of
that.
top four.
I have Juve top.
For me, Tador is not going to cut it.
I don't think they've done it.
Tador
either.
can't
Yeah,
cut it.
no.
on
They haven't
Juve,
changed
I don't
anything.
think
You
so.
got to understand that Juve still has a lot of talent on this team.
That's the thing.
Yeah,
and
I
we
don't
have
think
some
Tudor
good
is the
players.
guy to
That's
bring
why.
that talent out at all. I don't think so.
And Allegri is the guy to bring out the talent on Milan.
He'll play boring soccer, but he
But
can
he
do
played
it.
boring soccer for Juve, and he barely made top four.
But he made
But
top
that team also like just wasn't good.
that team was
It-
terrible.
the
Is this Milan team good?
I think that team.
I think they're much
I think,
better than
I
last
think
year.
Milan's
I think
way
Milan's
better
a
than
good team.
what they finished last year. Like in their squad, they still have a lot of talented players. That's the
I
thing.
agree. I think they have a lot.
I
of
really
talent.
think that they have one of the best. I mean,
Their
they haven't
back
played,
line's-
they haven't played yet, but they could have one of the best midfields in the country. Like Ricci, I think is such a good
It's a
signing.
very good sign.
Yashadi, people are going to learn about him very soon. He's going to be phenomenal this year, and then they're going to be tutored by Modric in there.
But how about that
Fofana's still
back
there.
line, though?
It's better than your back line.
No.
No,
Lloyd
no
Kelly?
chance.
Bremer by
Lloyd
himself.
Kelly?
Bremer by himself is better than the whole back
with-
line.
Bremer can take any striker in the Serie A.
I understand, but Bremer's coming off an ACL. We don't know what Bremer's
He's
going to be
good,
like
bro.
this
He's
year.
gonna be
I
okay.
think Bremer is, when healthy, the best center back in Serie A, but he's coming off an ACL. He's missed so much football, and you have Lloyd Kelly in your rotation.
Yeah,
Team
that's-
with Lloyd Kelly will never make top four.
Yeah, that's rough.
Also,
in their rotation.
Yeah.
That sounds so disrespectful, but like that rotation is abysmal. If
You have
Bremer's out,
Rugani.
man.
Where's Gatti? Yeah.
Gatti and Rugat and Kalulu.
He's a bricklayer.
World Cup player.
I think
player.
if Allegri gets Leao to be in his prime, I don't think we've seen Leao prime yet.
Yeah, because he's one of the laziest players of all
Yeah.
time.
I think if he can, I think Leao
Allegri
could
won't
be
do
the
that.
best player, not only in Serie A, he could be easily one of the best players in Europe. If he can get him to that spot with the team around him, that's why I think
He's worried
Milan is
about making
dangerous.
raps and shit.
I know that's the problem, but all it takes. He still loves soccer. That's why he is where he is. But
He's just
and I think preseason I've seen him and he looks
He's just
really good.
talented.
I
and
think
that's it.
a motivated Leao. I think we will see a better version of Leao this year. I think obviously last year he fell out with manager.
But you
Fonseca.
can't be motivated if you're making raps on the side.
Sure you can.
Yeah, but
I mean,
no, you
Look,
No,
look
I
at
don't-
Moise Keane.
I don't
But
buy that.
I
Like
because-
shawarma wraps or what kind of wrap?
like
He raps,
whatever
yes,
he's
he
doing,
dropped an
rapping,
album.
like
listen,
songs.
I
Like this is my thing. If you're focusing on multiple things,
yeah.
you won't be able to fully succeed at one. So I think Leao is a very talented player, but if he's already lazy, why are you dropping songs?
I think what you're like, I hear you, and I think like when you talk about that, like you can't focus on this and that. Like the players that like are obsessed with football, like the Ronaldos of the world, right? The ones that like just didn't eat a French fry for 30 years, like to become the best player in the world. Like yeah, Rafa's not that. But Rafa's still a fantastic player, and like you can't expect
amazing.
players to have no hobbies outside of football, right?
100%,
Like
I
he loves
agree.
fashion, he loves music. Go for it, man. I can't expect the guy to be training every day, all day.
I just
Like-
think that if you want to be one of the best players, you are gonna have to make that your whole life.
For sure.
And that's why we're here and they're there.
For sure.
So if you're going and you're training every day, but you're also worrying about going in the studio to record music,
Yeah, but I don't think Rafa Leao will be one of the best players in the
Do
world.
we also forget?
I
though,
think
his
he's-
but
I
he
don't
has
think-
potential to be.
plays
I don't
electric
think
ball.
he's hit his ceiling yet, but I don't think his ceiling is best.
Like he doesn't want to be.
He's not going to have a Dembele season.
But he
It's just
could
not-
if he wanted
He
to.
can't. No, it's not in him. It's not the way he. It's not the way he plays. Not the way like he doesn't play in that central role. He's not the facilitator. Like Dembele, of course, is Ballon d'Or. It has to be Ballon d'Or for Dembele this year. Like just Rafa will never have a season like that, in my opinion. He's like the tier below that level of play.
But would you have said
Still
Dembele would have been Ballon d'Or when he was at Barca?
Who? Sorry?
When Dembele was at Barca,
No, of
would
course
you,
not.
Would you have said Dembele can have a Ballon d'Or season?
I would. I mean, I think when they signed him with the hope that he could be Ballon d'Or quality.
But
because
after
like,
you saw
what they
his
paid for him,
first-
100 and I don't
Yeah.
even know, like,
Where did he come from?
Dortmund.
Came from
Dortmund.
Dortmund.
100 and what million for Dembele? Like
Yeah.
About 120.
120, right? So like I think the talent was always there, and like
But that's what he means. He's like the talent is there, and like he's also getting older, guys. You got to remember, Leao is like what 24,
25, yeah.
25.
He's a young
1 year
player.
at that age could make the difference where he fixes his head
Yeah.
up. He's like, "Fuck, what am I doing? I have the like all it takes is that person or that environment or that situation to fully switch a player like it did with Dembele. At the end of the day, it was all about his mentality.
But how about Allegri, though? Do we think Allegri...
I don't know if Allegri
Because Allegri's a great coach. He knows how to win games. So do we think Allegri is the best coach to make Leao become that player?
No, I don't think
he doesn't play that
he's a
attacking
team
football.
coach.
That's
He's
why
not
he's a team coach.
grow individual.
And he's very defensive based. Like he's gonna go into that
He
Milan
won't do it.
team. He's gonna try and whatever. They're gonna grind. The
But who did it for
but they're gonna
Dembele? Luis
counterattack.
Enrique. And he's a team coach
Yeah.
too. He doesn't care about individuals, right?
Look, like they're going to be a counterattack team.
Yeah.
Who do you want on your counterattack? Rafa
Yeah,
Leao.
Leao.
He's literally a freak.
He's the
athlete.
fastest.
He's a
I
freak
think he's the
athlete, right? He's
paciest.
gonna have a great counterattack. I think if he stays fit. And like people talk like Allegri can't learn new things. Like he's like, oh, he's past it. But like I don't buy like he can't adapt his style. Of course he has a style, but he can adapt.
Yeah, he'll adapt Leao at left back.
Yeah.
No,
He's gonna
no.
take Theo Hernandez's spot.
And I think Allegri's also
Right
good
back,
too.
sorry.
He's dealt with the big personalities in the dressing room.
No, yeah,
he's had
he
Pogba,
for sure has.
Dybala, and Ronaldo, and all these guys. Like clearly, the approach that he's taken with Rafa Leao is to put his arm around him and be like, "Okay, you're going to be
Let's
my
make a
guy.
lap together."
You're gonna score the goals, right? You're gonna score the goals. Like you're gonna be our main guy. Whereas like you saw when Fonseca came in last season, he was like,
He was trying
I'm
to-
gonna try and be the boss here. I'm benching our best player, which is like you're drawing 1-1 to Monza. Like put the guy on, please. What are we doing here?
Yeah.
Right? Like it was ridiculous. So I think we're going to see a better Rafa Leao, but I don't think, people put this pressure on Rafa Leao and he could be so lazy, so this. Guys, he's top 10 in assists all time at Milan. He's top 18 in goals for Milan all time.
Damn.
Like
Yeah, and
people
he's
don't-
done that in how
people
many
don't-
years?
It's been a few years, yeah, but like
what I mean. He
this
could
is
do
Milan.
so
Like
much-
all the
I
players we've
agree.
had over the years, like people talk like he's so lazy he doesn't do anything. Like it's last year we were bad. He was on the bench. He was injured. He was on like as
I
a
think he
sub,
did a lot.
25 goal contributions. It's
I think
not-
he
not
did a
bad.
lot, and he's a good player, but I just think he could do much more. He could be MVP
course.
of Serie A, no problem.
He could do more, and I think he's hitting that prime now. He's going to be 26 soon. Like 26 to 30 is like those prime years. I think there's another level to hit, but people talk like he should be Ballon d'Or. I don't see Ballon d'Or levels in Rafa Leao. He doesn't have that in him. I don't think, in my opinion.
No, he's not. I
Still
think
top class. He's not world
Yeah.
class.
he's like a Di Maria, someone that could be a top could be a top player, but will never win a Ballon d'Or. Like he could.
I agree.
I'm not saying he's as good as Di Maria, because Di Maria's.
But I agree. He's going to be right there.
Yeah.
Right? Like
If he continues to play these top levels, but I think he could take himself to the next level if he was to maybe drop back and help the team, and maybe carry the ball out and kind of control the game a little bit. He doesn't control a game.
Do we think this has something to do with them being Portuguese and Ronaldo being at the top of the Portugal attack for the past few years? João Felix, Leao.
But you're saying Leao not Ballon d'Or contender. Let me put a situation down.
Yeah.
Leao snaps out of it. He scores the most goals in Serie A. He
MVP?
wins Serie A. Let's say that. Could possible. Even if he scores the most goals, even if Milan finishes second and he's just a lethal striker, he could win the MVP. I know it's rare, but he could.
Yeah.
Portugal in the 2026 World Cup, I think they have a good chance of winning it all.
Yeah.
I think so. Right? So you have, I guess they don't have the Europe this year, right?
Yeah.
But if Leao was to snap and be the best player for Milan, one of the best players for Portugal in the World Cup, is there a chance?
But he won't do it.
I think it's gonna. I don't see it, but I think Let's say he becomes the player of the tournament at the World Cup. I don't see it, but
Ronaldo wins the Ballon d'Or.
We've seen it.
Yeah.
Ronaldo wins the Ballon d'Or.
I
Portugal
sorry,
wins?
I thought you meant R9 because R9, that was like the famous argument is like R9 had a great World Cup but not a great club season and still won the Ballon d'Or that year, right? So yeah, if Rafa Leao
The World Cup is the biggest thing.
of course, right? And even Messi, Messi won the Ballon d'Or that year. His PSG season was like
Awful.
whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Who cares?
I mean,
Yeah.
got like 2020. Got like 20 goals, 20 assists.
I know, but like he didn't win any. Like, did they win anything? Like of
The league.
Whatever.
Yeah.
As PSG, they better win the league. They can win the league with half a team.
I just think this year Leao, maybe because of the World Cup, and Allegri and everything getting older, like that's the year. Then he fixes his head up. He's like, "Fuck, I'm not gonna rap anymore. I'm gonna focus on."
The problem is
soccer for
the
once,
problem
and
is
then
going to
I
be
go back to
Ronaldo. It's going to be because
And that's what I'm saying,
Ronaldo is
is
still
Ronaldo-
going to start.
And
at
that's
this
why
World
I'm
Cup.
saying, is Ronaldo a problem for Portugal and the Portuguese players to come? Look at João Felix.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be the next big thing. Guy, where is he?
Went to the wrong team.
that guy has tons of problems. But to
But
your
but,
point,
but again, like Leao, same thing. Like even a guy like Conceição, is he even a starter on Portugal?
Not really, no.
No,
right?
he's not a
But
starter.
and he's a
Rotate.
really good player. But again, like why? Like there's other attackers at Portugal. Why aren't we hearing of consistency? And is Ronaldo a problem?
We're,
No, I don't think he's.
I think Ronaldo at this point on the Portuguese national team is a passenger. Like they're still adapting to him, and like we saw, Rafa didn't even start the Nations League game. He was coming off the bench, right? In the Euro, my God, people were begging for Jota, rest his soul, to come on. Like Jota's on the bench, and you're playing a 39-year-old Ronaldo who's like just not. He's not.
Yeah.
He'll still score you goals. He'll score, like he's still a presence. But I think Ronaldo at this point for Portugal should be off
Like
the
that
bench in the
tutoring
last
style.
15-20 minutes, bringing on CR7 in a World Cup game. That's all he should be at this point. But I don't think who's the manager there, Martinez.
Yeah.
He won't have the guts to drop Ronaldo.
No one does.
No, it's not gonna.
How are you gonna do that?
And
Even for money
even now,
purposes,
leaving
no one's gonna
now
let
you
him
have
do
no
that.
Jota anymore, right? So like I think Jota is that kind of answer,
And
in the
that's
middle,
why I'm saying
because
that-
Jota can bring in Rafa and Conceição and all these
I
guys.
agree,
but
but that's why that gives the players when they're playing at the club level. What are you motivated to? If you know, it doesn't matter if Ronaldo's sitting on the bench at Al Nassr, he's still gonna play over me.
yeah, I know.
Vitinha's Portuguese, no?
Yeah, he is.
Can I do my top four?
Tank.
Give me your
Can I do my
top
top four.
Give me your top four.
Okay, fourth I have Roma. I think Gasperini.
Here we go. Juve out.
I think Gasperini. I love that team too. Like I just think they have a pretty well balanced team. The midfield's a bit weak. I mean, Cristante's still there, which is
What a player.
what are we doing? Like 2025, Brian Cristante. I know. They kept Kone. That's huge. And then I think like your argument earlier of like they still have Dybala and Sule and Gasperini there with Ferguson. They're gonna cook. I got Milan in third. And that's with an assumption of a striker coming in, an actual good striker coming in. I think if they don't sign anybody, it'll be tough to finish in top four. They just need a goal scorer, like a pure goal scorer on that team. Second, I have Inter. I just think the team is still the team that it's been for the past few years. And I think they might drop those points in those moments where Kivo needs to make decisions that it might not get them right and he's inexperienced. And then I have Napoli just like winning the league by same thing, like 10 points. The Lukaku thing does kind of affect it for me because he's out for 3 months now. It's a big
3
part of your
months.
season.
It's good they're looking for
But
a replacement
it's
right
just
away. So
it's the best manager with I think the best whole squad.
Raspadori gone, Simeone gone.
You add De Bruyne, you add Luka in there, and Noah Lang, Bukema in that back line too, and they still got Buongiorno. Like that team is
KDB to Lorenzo Lucas and be crazy. He's like 6'7".
Yeah,
All he
dude,
has to do is just
I
get in the
think-
box.
I don't buy this
Get
Antonio
across from
Conte
KDB.
second season, whatever. I think Europe is one thing; it might not be great for them, but I think like if they crash out in like quarters or something, then like you'll just see an absolute tear in the league.
Watch Allegri win this year, man.
I love
That'd be
I'd love
That'd
that
be
to
terrible.
happen.
Well, I am buying that because here's my top four.
That's okay. Let's hear it.
In fourth, I got Napoli.
Really?
Yeah.
Fucking let's go.
You guys think Conte could do back-to-back seasons?
Yeah.
This isn't Juve in 2015.
Napoli's had their greatest transfer window.
Big
Best
whoop.
Napoli squad ever.
Too many cooks in the kitchen.
Finish the top four.
Noah Lang's going to destroy that locker room.
He's gonna be a bench player.
Yeah.
I said locker room, not field.
Nah, I
Key
thought
word.
destroy the locker room.
Third, I got Inter.
My God, dude. I was liking that answer. Now I fucking.
It's going well. Juve at first, huh?
Second, I got Juve.
No.
I'll take it from you.
And
Say Roma
first, I got Roma.
Really?
Roma under Gasperini will be offensive firepower to the finest.
You
It's
have
almost
Milan-
as bad as Barella.
You have Milan where?
Seventh.
What?
Seventh?
Seventh.
No.
Yeah, you have Milan seventh.
I could put Milan fifth. Not enough.
What?
It's not
Why you?
Roma have the best goalkeeper in Serie A.
Sevilla?
That's
Yeah.
true. He's the best
Sommers is
Better than Mike Maignan?
Sommers is the best.
Injury-prone goalie. I know he was great. He had a lot of games this season, but
Yeah.
I don't trust a historically injury-prone keeper. Are you getting
Savic
injured
is the
standing
best
in the
goalie
box?
this year.
Yeah,
You don't think Sommer is the best goalkeeper in Serie A?
No, his arms are like this long.
Savage
got
is the
what?
best goalie with Conte.
What's your
Sorry?
what's
Savage is going to be the best goalie with Conte.
Milinkovic-Savic is really good.
He's good, and we have the best
with that.
defense in the world last year. I'm just saying.
Really good.
He's really
I
good.
think
Paulo
Sommer is
Paulo
best.
Dybala comeback season.
See that?
Yeah, but he's not going to be enough. And Gasperini, that first year at Roma, they're not winning the Scudetto.
He might be moving like Totti in the Olimpico.
That would be crazy.
I mean, if we're going off history, only Italian managers win in the Serie A, so you got to pick one of those teams, right?
I like Manu
that's what
Kone
you
in the
need.
midfield.
He's really
Yeah.
good. He's going to be really good.
Talent.
Oh, so you're saying Kivu's Romanian? He's
Kivu Tudor can't win because that's just history's.
We're going to break history this
It's
year.
been 15 years.
Both gonna get sacked.
15 years since a non-Italian manager, and it was Mourinho too. Like it's not like it was some
Yeah.
guy.
Roma also signed Brazil's current starting right back, Wesley.
Yep.
Good signing.
I rate it. Solid signing.
Good
And
signing.
I would like to see Roma win the league.
You would like them to, but is it going to happen?
I don't hate.
Don't know.
I wanna-
I gotta rep my
I
Giallorossi.
hate Juve.
I don't. I
hate
hate
Juve.
Juve. I just like. I think after you're 11 of like a really good amount of talented players, that backline without Bremer, if like he needs to stay fit because without him, that backline is abysmal. This is Italian football. If you have defense, what are we doing here?
He's gonna stay fit this year. I'm gonna make sure.
I hope he does for the sake of the team. But
He'll
like
stay fit. He was out for
right?
like a year.
even depth up top too. We're assuming Kolomuani's coming in. We're hoping that. We're assuming Bremer will stay fit.
Assuming David performs as well.
I think David's going to be good, but I think like you still don't like Vlahovic is leaving. You still don't have like another striker.
They have
like,
Milik.
The depth is not there. Like okay, Yildiz comes off, Contesal comes off, David comes off. Who's scoring goals?
Kostic.
Who?
Nasty.
Kostic, and you have Champions League, and you got Coppa Italia. Like that team is not built.
Sometimes all you need is a top-heavy 11.
No, but what I'm trying to say is that team is not built to compete on.
Hey, the
four
Mercato
different
is not
fronts.
done yet.
Yeah, I
That's
think
what
we're
I'm
gonna.
saying. But what I'm saying is we're assuming all these things.
Donnarumma might come to Italy.
No.
I'm not
Aye.
saying. I
Don't
know it's
yeah,
a very
no,
random
fuck.
name, but
No one can afford that.
Man
Like,
City is. It's
I think Joe David's going to be fantastic. That's why I said Juve second.
Okay.
And, I know you're mad I put Milan outside top four. And, look, I would love to see Milan win. I grew up watching Kaká, Shevchenko, Yankolovsky, Kaka Kalads,
Ronaldinho.
Bonniera. All those guys I was watching.
yeah, oh my god, bro.
But,
Still there, bro.
it's
What
not
about
enough
Nexus?
for me.
It's not enough. Yeah, but
Yepes.
I was watching Serginho.
yeah, sure. I listen. Me too, man. Yeah, me too. Yeah.
I was watching
Yeah.
Ambrosini with the captain's armband.
Nasty
Yeah.
Ambrosini.
You don't think I want to see Milan win?
Yeah, I know.
It's not enough.
What about Dida? Bro?
How is you?
I was watching
You
Dida.
said not enough, but then you.
I was watching Abbiati.
I was there. I was there too. But my point is, you say.
I don't know if you were there.
What about
I
Akim
was.
Mastur? Were you watching?
My idol growing up.
Bro, that video, the Red Bull video with Neymar, that's the best thing.
One of my favorite
That's
videos
his
ever.
highest.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the highest his career got.
Dude, I was watching John Dowd Thomason.
Sure. Yeah, my thing is, you say they don't have enough, and then all you've mentioned is Jonathan David's gonna carry them to second
He
place.
carried Lille to a league title.
I think you need more than what they have right now on that team. Kolomuani needs to come in.
Yeah,
I think this could
Yeah, but you got to look at it like this.
Bro, if they don't get Kolomuani, and it's easy not top four.
I think Colomani, we need him. I agree, but I also think that Locatelli last year had a very, very, very good year,
Yeah,
and I think he could have an even better year this year.
and I rate
Relying
Kefren.
on
I rate
Locatelli's
Thuram too. I think
career.
Thuram and
think
Locatelli.
Kefren is-
You have to
100%.
rely on Locatelli.
And also,
Top-
we still have Coop Miners. Is he gonna wake up? Because Coop Miners could be he could be lethal.
this is what I'm saying. We talk about Juve, and all we're doing is making assumptions, asking questions.
Yes, there's
If this
assumptions.
happens, if this guy comes in, if we
That's
see
right.
Coop Miners,
You can't put a
if
top
we see
four
this,
without
it's like
him. Yeah.
top four, second. How?
First, bro.
Yeah, like
First,
Dude,
we have no rappers on the team, bro.
And I'm not saying Milan are the shining star and said, yeah, I'm just saying Rafa's been scoring goals, getting assists for years now. Modric has been one of the best midfielders in the world for decades now, right? Allegri's won 6 titles. We know what we're getting with him. There's a lot more, I think, things that we know about Milan than Tudor and hopefully Moani comes in and hopefully Bremer's ACL stays intact. It's I don't
And
know.
Juve has Champions League, which is
And they have
crazy.
Champions League, right? It's,
We're not gonna do anything.
okay, you don't like what ifs.
I don't like what it
Why
is.
don't we stop this podcast right now? This is a prediction video.
No,
What do you mean you don't like
No,
what ifs?
I know we're making predictions. I'm just saying, we're predicting a team that's not even. It's a fantasy team of they should do this and get this, and we need.
But these are not even what ifs because they're not new players. They're players who played on Juve already and were already bad. and now we're hoping they're going to become.
I don't need Kolomuani. I don't even rate him like that.
No, bro, come on.
But
I seen him miss an open net in the World Cup final.
They didn't miss an open net.
Yes, he did.
Colomwani,
The one that saved?
good save.
That was a
Colomwani as a starter,
It was a worse miss than a good save.
No, that was a fucking crazy.
that was a 1 in a million save.
I would have scored.
Brother.
I also think.
World Cup final?
I mean, are you happy with Tudor? Are you guys happy with Tudor?
I'm not like mad about him.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. How long has Tudor been manager of Juve?
6 months.
Yes.
You
He
just
also
said
had
you don't
another
like turnover in the league so quick. Give Tudor his chance.
No, I'm
No,
not
but
saying. I'm
Tudor's
not
coached
saying don't
before
give him a
Juve.
chance.
Who?
He coached Juve before another time for a small 6-month period, didn't he?
No.
I think
No,
played
he
for
just
Juve.
came in later.
played for
Played
Juve.
for
All
Juve.
later in the season.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
needs more
Yeah.
time, but I'm not mad about him. I don't think he's a terrible coach. I would rather have him than Allegri, straight up.
Everywhere he's been decent. Lazio, he was good. Nothing good happens at Lazio. Marseille, he was good. And then he just has
He
short
got
stints at
fired, I
teams.
think.
He got fired. But he was fine there.
No belief.
He's just a solid manager. He's not going to win you anything. He's not going to
I'm not saying
make you
the
worse.
team doesn't have. They have tons of talent for sure. Like I think the 11 is still quite strong, but like four competitions. If you want to count Supercopa in there too, I don't know, whatever. I'm just saying like the depth isn't there for me. Like you're really hoping that these guys can stay fit. Like
Is Milan in the Supercoppa this year?
Yeah. Well, they won last year. I think that default.
Oh.
Yeah,
right?
defaults, I think.
default.
They won the Coppa Italia, Milan?
They won the Supercopa.
Bologna.
Oh,
won the
so if
Coppa
you
Italia.
win the...
I think you just defend.
Bologna this year. is
So
gonna
who is it then?
get
I
relegated.
don't think Juve's in
Bologna,
it.
Atalanta,
Napoli.
Milan,
Napoli's in it, yeah, if
Napoli,
they
I
won
don't
the
know the
Scudetto.
fourth
Inter?
team.
Probably Inter because they came
Might
second.
be Inter, yeah. I don't know the fourth team.
What about Sassuolo with Berardi? Berardi
Newly promoted.
is going to cook.
They
They
signed
have
someone else.
Lorient, who's really
They
good
have the
too.
Loriente,
They signed-
and they have
really
a
good.
Canadian,
Ismail Kone.
Ismail Kone.
Oh, that's who it was.
Yeah.
Funny.
Solid signing.
Fired by the Zarbi, that guy.
Bro, that clip was crazy, and they released that clip too.
Yeah.
That's
That was
the
on
funny
Prime,
part.
apparently. That
That
was
was
like
on
on their
Yeah, it was a
documentary.
documentary.
It came out, but then Marseille posted that video.
Yeah.
I think
It's crazy.
clicks.
Yeah, a couple
Yeah.
clicks.
That's
good
crazy.
engagement.
Yeah.
Couple shares.
Engagement.
I mean, he was gone already, I guess.
Yeah.
They got room fat.
Here, let's finish this off. Give me a couple thoughts, few words on your favorite team heading into this season.
Me?
Yeah.
Well, only Rodin. That's it.
Couple words is it almost literally can't be worse than last year. I love Milan's midfield work. I think losing Reinders was horrible, but it's almost like you got to take one step back. We lost a good midfielder, but now we have a good midfield, I think, and it's a perfect Allegri midfield of, I think Yashadi, Ricci, Modric, Fofana still there, Loftus-Cheek. Like there's tons of like options of the way he wants to work the team. Biggest question mark is obviously up top. The director said there's going to be a striker coming in, but I just think Allegri with one game a week like moves the needle quite a bit. I'm excited for the season. I really am. I think it's going to be a good year. I'm not saying title challenge, but it's going to be a good year. Way better
I
than
like
last
that.
year.
Very wholesome. How about you, Trophy?
For me, I think Napoli. I think first off, it's the best Napoli squad ever that we've ever had. Ever. Easily ever.
Hey.
Better than Maradona. Careca.
Better because the team had
Yeah.
the team is just a few superstars. But overall, best squad we ever had. Like everything's pretty much went perfect for us. Conte staying was the first big thing, one of the biggest things probably of the summer. We signed like never before as a Napoli fan have ever been this happy with our transfer window. Literally every single weakness in our team we've upgraded. We need a new left back. We bought a left back. We needed already having the best defense in the whole world, league-wise goals. We go on to sign Bukama from Bologna, who is an amazing center back. So we've upgraded there. We sign a backup striker in Lorenzo Luca, who had a great season last year. We bring in Kevin De Bruyne to already a midfield that was amazing. So just all around, even in net, we bring in Milinkovic-Savic. Merritt's a great goalie, didn't really have to get replaced. We're bringing Savic in to have that depth. And I think overall, it's just, to me, the best Napoli squad we've ever had. I think the league, like I said, I think we're going to win by 10 points or so. But my main big thing is I think Conte has a point to prove in UCL. And I think that's why they push for such a deep squad. We all know the thing with Conte. Everyone always talks about Conte. Oh, he can't do it in Champions League. He can't do it in multiple competitions. In terms of like how deep the squad is, the squad is super deep. 2 players every position. I really think that Napoli can make a push in Champions League. I'm not saying win it, but I'm saying like a quarter, a semi, something like that could happen, especially given there's more signings on the way, like Fagioli's being rumored as another backup. We're looking at more wingers. So I think really it's the best Napoli squad I've seen, and I think Conte is really going to have a point to prove this season in Champions League.
Good project. Yeah, how about Juve?
What about Juve? I think this is the year that Yildiz got to break out like hard. Like he's got to get 20 plus goals this year. I think 10 plus assists just in the league I'm talking about. Like he's got to put himself as one of the best players or the best player in the Serie A, as Michele has been saying, the best player. But I think this is the year he has to state himself as the best player in the Serie A.
I agree. And just to follow along with my Juventino here, I think I'm excited about the season. I think the Mercato is not over yet. There's going to be, whether it's Colomani, whether it's somebody else coming, I think there's going to be some changes. I think there's going to be 2 players that I'm going to be excited about, which is Ildiz and Cambiaso. I think those 2 can do really, really well, especially if they play on the same side. Yeah. And then we're going to have Jonathan David. Really excited to see him, especially being Canadian. Let's see what he could do. I think he can kill it at Juve. And then hopefully Coop Miners just turns it around and he's the guy that was at Atalanta. And then Juve wins the Scudetto.
Tudor's been raving about him in training, so we'll see.
Did you ever think a Canadian would play for Juve?
No.
That's crazy. Yeah. I would have never thought.
And the best Canadian.
He's the best Canadian player.
Maybe Davies, but right now, yeah.
True. Yeah.
Give me some Inter thoughts.
Or no,
Right,
you don't have to give it.
Let the team that's had the most success in the past few years actually speak now. I think, I even underrate Inter. Like, everyone underrates them, and every year they show up and they go to a Champions League final, right? Like, no team has been in the Champions League final in the past 10 years other than Juve, whenever that was, with the Dybala, Vidal, and all those superstars. So, with the teams that are there in Europe nowadays, with the Barca, the Real Madrid, the PSG, the Man City, Inter has made it to 2 Champions League finals. Top contenders in the Serie A past 4 years. They're still there. I think it's going to be about Kivu. We're going to see if they can make it happen. Even though I said the rotation is not good this year, I think it is slightly a little bit better than last year. I really like Pio Esposito. I love how he plays. He's an Inter fan since he was a kid. He could be a huge, huge asset for us. And we also got to remember, last year we made it where we made it, and Lautaro and Thuram didn't have the best season. If Lautaro and Thuram get back to their prime, like they were the year before, I think Inter is in for a really solid year. I don't know. I'm not talking about Europe. I hope they focus more on the Serie A this year, especially with Kivu coming in. I think we can I think we can win the Serie A. And I think Champions League is going to be a little bit tougher this year. But again, I don't care too much. I think this year we really want to get the Scudetto back.
Can I give a special shout out to Carboni, who left Inter to go play, I think, at Genoa?
Yeah.
I think that guy is really, really, really good. And if he stays fit, he could be one of the best players in Serie A. Just a shout out.
A little hidden gem.
Guys, it's going to be a fantastic Serie A season. I'm excited. I think this is a great shot. I think, the Serie A fans watching are going to get a ton of value out of this one. I think, Milan, optimistic. Napoli might repeat. Juve, I don't know. Inter, can they bounce back from that Champions League final destruction? A lot of storylines. Can the Roma finally win a Scudetto since 2001? I hope. My Giallorossi. But guys, thanks for coming out. Great episode, great chats. And guys, let us know your predictions. Who's going to be top scorer? Who's going to win Serie A top 4? And we'll see you guys this season. Andiamo.
Thank you all very much. This was tons of fun. Pleasure. If you want to follow up, me, Marco G, MEMARCO-G on all platforms. TikTok, we're hitting 50K hopefully soon. So check out there. Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, whatever. It's all the same username, @me, Marco G. Thank you all again.
Thanks for having me on. I'm part of the Napoli Club Toronto, trying to promote Napoli in the Toronto community. And then you can find my handles at Made by Chaffee for everything sports photography.
Love it. How about you guys? Where can people find
What's going on, guys? We are Michele and
Matteo.
we're the Bello Bros. I'm a Juve fan.
I'm an Inter fan.
One has to be better than
The
the
favorite
other.
child.
Find us at the Bello Bros everywhere on Instagram. It's
Or
two
the
S's.
Calcio Bros.
Yeah, that was one at a time. On Instagram, it's two S's because two volleyball players have it taken. I don't know. And also the Culture Bros, new page, all football, cultural content. Anything else?
And we don't have an OnlyFans yet, so
No.
So
We're thinking about it.
Fee Finder.
cheers.
Yeah, guys, be sure to follow everyone on socials, and we're the Footy Culture. We'll see you on the next one. Let's go.
Hey.